chime in.
No, it's
we're about to
you.
do live.
I'm going to talk about all
I
my
was going to
good...
sit
It's
here
only
and
you.
just...
You're going to talk about
You
getting,
have
like...
to
we're live?
Oh.
About to be?
Okay.
All right. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
talk about all the good stuff that happened.
All right, yeah, I believe we were live.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another episode of the After Dark podcast. If you're unfamiliar with this segment, it is a podcast where myself, a few great friends of mine, just go over some things going on in our lives. We talk about a few different discussions, a few different topics, usually non-Yu-Gi-Oh related. So if you just want to hang out with us, hear some fun stories, this is definitely the place to do so. And thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, wherever you may be in this lovely world. Before we get into it, I do want to thank all the people who super chatted the last After Dark podcast when we cut the pumpkins.
That was so much fun.
That was a blast.
That was so
we
much
are
fun.
going to be doing something similar with gingerbread houses. We're going to do a gingerbread house competition.
You need teams of two.
Yes, probably in teams of two. That'll be in December. That'll be probably like December 15th or so.
It's funny you bring that. Once you're through your intro, I actually have a story regarding the pumpkins. So
Okay, we will get into that. So, huge thank you to everyone who super chatted last After Dark. Underdeal 88, Minister of Gundam, who we have not heard from Matt in like a week.
Matt's been gone.
Yeah, so hopefully he's doing all right.
He's doing okay.
Bam255019, love Bam.
Love Bam.
John Roy, Davis Enos, Sakaki Chrono, Gladiator, Yuto, Div Z, TNX Rail, KP, Alex Verme, Latrell Smith, Light Melody the VA, Flamingo, Nicholas Horton, and Susan Yanagi. Thank you all so much for graciously donating last After Dark. And thank you to 3 new patrons we have.
Oh, wow.
Sean, who is a Diamond tier patron.
Awesome.
Sin Cloud, who has become an
Sin
Egyptian
Cloud's
god
back.
tier. He's
Hell
back
yeah.
again. Great dude. So thank you so much, Nolan. And Pat Karanjeet, who is an Emerald tier patron. So thank you all so much. Means the world, helps me out immensely. And yeah, let's get into it. Do you guys want to quickly introduce yourselves?
I'm Kate.
I'm Nick T.
Pete.
And yeah, what's your pumpkin story?
So, we were all here. Anyone was there. We were carving pumpkins. We made those Pumpkin King of
Pumpkin King of
Ghosts.
Yeah, King of Ghosts or
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Ghosty
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
Mine came out pretty well.
Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts.
I was
Yeah.
pretty happy with it, and I decided to take it home, put it on my porch.
Oh, yikes.
But I didn't tell anyone in my family. I just placed it on our porch. So I didn't see my mom. I didn't see my sister. And the next day, I go a whole day. I go to work. I didn't see any of them. And I come home. I was like, hey, so what did you think of my pumpkin? And she was like, her face dropped for a second. She's like, that was yours. And I was like, well, yeah. And she's like, your sister and I like freaked out. We thought we had like a stalker in the neighborhood because we live in an apartment complex. So like
Okay.
people, so they thought someone left it, and we had to call the maintenance guy to remove it because we were worried that someone put something in it.
Oh my god!
And they had this morning of hell where they panicked thinking that some stranger left a carved pumpkin on our porch.
It's
With
a
like
pumpkin.
anthrax in
And
it.
like
I was literally going to say
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Trying to kill
It's
them.
come back.
Anthrax. Yeah,
I didn't know this story.
I was dying. I was like, and she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was yours. Like, I was like, this is well worth the story. You throwing out the pumpkin, thinking some crazy person left it on our
Like,
porch.
Why would they
Left it
leave
there.
a pumpkin? It's Halloween.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
So you leave it there, you know,
Unsuspect, you pick it up, you're like, this is not
and
my
then you
pumpkin.
die from anthrax.
You die
And
from anthrax.
I guess it does look a little weird because you carved the eye so perfectly,
Yeah.
and that eye did look kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's so
That's
funny.
It was. I
Yeah,
was
anthrax was
dying.
That's so
But yeah,
funny.
and I had to go up to my sister. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, like my pumpkin's scared. She was like all rattled before going off to school.
Oh my God. Your sister is 12 for the
Yeah,
record.
yes, but it was amazing.
Jesus
My
Christ.
mom
Oh
was
my
so
God.
scared.
Well, you had a fun week then.
Yeah, it was
with
great.
that. And Pete, our good friend Pete, just came back today from the Courthouse. As you might see in the thumbnail, Pete's beyond bars. Luckily, that's not actually reality.
Run in with the law.
Running in with the
I'm
law.
running.
So, what was your?
the
You've
truth.
had now. Pete has had some horrible luck when it comes to the law enforcement of our town.
Yes.
I mean, you have
Of
some.
any
surrounding towns.
Yeah,
of
really, really
Monmouth
surrounding.
County.
You have some you've been held at gunpoint before.
Yeah.
And that's not like a Fetty Wap exaggeration. Like that's true. That's terrifying, dude.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
So what was your experience today?
Today, so I took my coworker home about 3.5 weeks ago, and so she needed a ride home.
It was actually before you were coming to my house.
before I was coming here, which
Yeah.
is why I was trying to rush out of there. And I was
Right.
like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it. I've never been to her house. Blah blah blah. So I took her home. I felt sympathy. And so I take her home, and I'm coming down one of the local streets by us in Union Ave. And so I'm coming up the street, and I have a lot of things on my mind, and I'm just driving. Like, I'm not going fast, nothing. So I get all the way to the light, and I'm sitting there for a couple minutes, and, I'm like, I got to get there for the stream. And so I make the left onto our highway. We have 2 major highways in the town. And the cops just pull me over. And so I'm like, what the hell did I do? I was just sitting at a light for 2 minutes. And so he said back there, it was a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I went 33. And so that was my speeding ticket that they kept me there for almost 25 minutes, brought a second cop to the scene.
No, that was the one where you asked why they brought a second cop, right? And wasn't he like, I was just bored?
No, not that.
That was my
Oh,
story.
that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And
you.
I did
Okay.
have that one once.
Okay.
But but yeah,
Jesus
so
Christ.
stuck me there. That's why I was late here.
Yeah.
I think we were doing a stream that night.
Yeah.
And so I went to court today, paid my lovely over $400 fine. So I didn't have any points on my insurance. Sat in court. Actually, Meg came with me. So
That's good.
we sat for about an hour, 45 minutes in total.
Just so you could pay $400.
Yeah, so I couldn't
Yeah.
even. So the way they're doing construction there, so you can't even park in the parking lot, right? So I had to park in a residential neighborhood, hoping I don't get a parking ticket.
The
right?
irony
Can you
would be...
imagine?
Oh my God.
That's what everyone was talking about because everyone had to do the same thing, and so we had to walk all the way into the court. So it's like a 5-minute walk, but it's cold and you're worrying about where it is. You don't want a parking ticket. And so
Right.
you get in there, and the place is just a mess. Because not only it's under construction, but they have no idea what they're doing.
They rarely do.
And so,
I've
like,
been to court a few
You had to
Never
walk
do.
up like this very dark construction tunnel. You're like, are you sure it's open? Because half the building is literally wide open. Like,
Yeah.
they're reconstructing the whole thing.
Oh my
Wood,
God.
everything. There's no
Which town?
walls. Union Beach.
As Union Beach, okay.
And so you walk in, I had the whole metal detector, everything. Anytime I've went to court before, I've never had a metal detector where I had to
Same.
take out all my stuff like I went to a stadium.
Right.
And so we had to do that. They took away Meg's coffee cup. She wasn't even allowed to bring it in. They kept it the whole
this
time.
is serious.
Everything. It's like a very, put in perspective, it's a very small, municipal court in, township.
Right.
So, it's really weird.
It's not
And
federal.
so you go into court, and so I asked the officer, of just is anyone speaking to the prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. And oh yeah, you go up first to the judge, and then you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor afterwards. But then Meg points out to me as we're sitting there for a half hour, and all these interesting stories are happening.
The best part is listening to
it's
the
the best.
stories.
Oh my God.
And I always hate being in there, though. And
There was, not to interrupt you, there
no,
was
go ahead.
one, there's a girl named Alexa. I don't know if you remember the last name. I'm not going to say the last name, obviously.
Okay.
She was a girl that was in our high school with us. And I was there. I think I've told you the story
Yeah.
before. And so they call her name, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. They call her name again. I was there for a traffic ticket. They call her name again, and she wasn't there. She's like, all right, put a warrant out for her arrest. I was like, oh my God.
We had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Is that the same Alexa that you made that comment about, and I laughed so hard that I threw up into your garbage
No,
can?
it's not.
Different
That's
Alexa?
a different Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Good time.
I
That is-
I
I don't know
remember
what
that.
was going on. I think I don't know if I had a little bug, but Dylan said something, and I was laughing so hard. I don't know
You
if it was
threw up?
I threw up in one of these 2 garbage
I
cans.
remember
Why-
that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. That was
holy
a
shit.
while ago.
And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I don't know. That was weird.
That was the best. So I was like, oh, I know her from our class. All right, put a warrant out for her arrest.
It's like,
whoa.
You ever hear what happened to her? Did they ever find her?
No. I'm sure they probably did. I mean,
Well, I hope she paid it before they found
before
her.
they arrested
No,
her.
because I was just talking to my mom after I went to court today, and she was like, her friend's daughter, right? She went on a payment plan for a simple traffic ticket. She forgot to keep up with the payment plan, so they literally showed up at her house and arrested her because you have a warrant out for
Yeah.
that. Even a traffic ticket. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Gotta
crazy
pay those
stuff.
tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's annoying, though.
So I was there, sitting there for over a half hour.
So what did she realize?
And Meg was like, oh, it seems like people are leaving to talk to the prosecutor, even though the officer told me not to do that. So she's like, maybe you should step out. So I did, got on this long line for the prosecutor, and we're all like, nobody knows what they're doing here.
Right.
Everyone's telling us 10 different things.
Yeah.
And so you have people that can't speak English, they have translators there. There's
Oh
other
my
people
God.
who are public defendants and lawyers and serious stuff.
Right.
And I'm just like, man, I just got a simple speeding ticket, 3 miles an hour.
3
I'm
miles
just trying
over
to
the speed limit.
trying to get
3
this over
miles
with.
over, dude.
I'm missing rate hour. I missed rate hour today, everything.
Yeah.
And so finally get all the way up to the prosecutor and you go in the room. And he goes, oh, first, last name, so you give it. And he's like, oh, I have you on the list. And, and this happened to me almost
remember.
4 years ago in Homedale.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so I'm like, we're not
You had to
doing this again.
reschedule.
And so he goes, did you read the back of the ticket? And I said, yes. It says, if you're not pleading not guilty, you call the court, and then they put you on the list. I said, I did that 2 weeks ago. So that means someone at the court
Just didn't.
didn't do it.
Right.
And so I'm like, I'm not coming back here. Nice. I'm not coming back here in another month and doing this again.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
And so he was just like, oh, do you have the ticket with you? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I handed him a ticket, and so he asked for like my prior offenses in like the last 5 years. So I gave like the couple that I had. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. And
armed robbery and all
a lot of
the Fetty Wap one, that doesn't
No,
count.
I was the victim.
You were the victim.
I was
the
the
victim.
victim.
And there was no
Yeah.
actually official police report for that one.
You never filed it, right? Because
I couldn't because they threatened me.
They threatened you into silence. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think in my haze they made me sign something. I don't know,
Right.
it's all blurred. That's what at least the camera footage showed. And so I, go through that and everything. He's like, all right, so you want to do no 2 points. It was a 2-point ticket that it would have been for 3 miles an hour. And so I was like,
That's
yeah.
bullshit.
So I had to pay like $430 something to have no points. And he's like, oh, well, this is the second time in your life that you've done this of like pleading not guilty, but then getting a plea deal to get points removed. And so you can never do that again in your life. These 2 tickets stick with you for the rest of your life,
Wait,
as long as
what?
you're in this country or in most states, because it's like it has to do with like reciprocity and all this stuff. But
I did not know that was part of the bar.
did not know that either until I started asking the officer. Like afterwards, I was like, "Is that really how it is?" She's like, "Yeah, in most states it's like that. And from if you went to New York, Connecticut,
Holy
anything."
fuck.
And so now I could never, if I have anything like this, if I go 1 mile an hour and over and I get a speeding ticket, I will have to take those points no matter what.
That's horrible.
I can't
dude.
get
And
any
you could
deal.
lose the points eventually. but
Yeah, I
still,
think
that
it's
still
in New
sucks.
Jersey,
the
if
points
you-
eventually, and you could take a defensive driver course and knock them off. Too.
Yeah, I think, and it's up to 3 points a year if you have no offenses
Mm-hmm.
that gets removed. But still, like you don't want to pay the insurance for a year of 2 points on it.
Yeah, that's
Never
a
mind
lot.
3, 4, 5,
And-
whatever you could have.
It's rated on what the ticket is issued as.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you take down the points or you plead down the points or whatever, it's still issued as those 2 points
Yeah,
or however
exactly.
many points you get.
It sucks.
That's horrible, man.
Dude.
And so did that. You have to go back into the courtroom, and so now I'm like the second to last person in there. And there was people behind me that were
Right.
still talking to the prosecutor, and so the prosecutor's like, "Hey, listen, it's up to the judge if he wants to add you to the calendar or not." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like I don't want to come back here. Like I think it was like December 18th or something.
Why would you have to come back if you already paid money?
Oh, because I didn't go to the window yet.
Yeah.
I made the deal.
The window
with
is
the
the
prosecutor.
very-
I have that
The
slip.
window is the very last
That's
thing
right.
you do.
That's
Yeah,
right.
which was a massive line. And so I go in or
God.
whatever, and so tell him my name, everything, and I told him the same thing. And I go in there, and he's hostile at first, where I'm just like, yeah, the prosecutor said that it's completely up to you if you want to add it. And he's like, no, it's not the prosecutor's doing, it's mine. And I was like, yes, Your Honor. I was like, that's exactly what I said. I said, he
Was
said...
it Judge Mathis?
No. That would've been a
Was it
throwback,
Judge
though.
Joe Brown?
Oh, my
Feed him
God.
to the lines.
If anyone gets that reference, I applaud you.
Or Judge Judy? Like, was this a TV judge?
No.
You
But
should've-
it felt like it. They're
Yeah.
just rapid fire in there,
No,
man.
I
They
know
just
They don't mess
feed
around,
off.
man. They don't mess around.
And so he added me to the counter, so I thanked him for that and paid the fine. He's asked, "Oh, are you going to pay in full?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's just get this over with." And I was like, "Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks for adding me." And I walked out. And me and Meg waited on the very long line to get to the payment window. So I get to the payment window, and now the same exact question is asked by the previous. So I had the prosecutor asked, now the judge asked, and now the woman at the payment window goes, "Oh, you're not on the calendar, so I don't know if you're going to be able to pay." And I said, the
Oh,
judge,
my
the
God.
judge said that I was good. He added me. She's like, "Well, oh my God, he needs to stop doing that." And so then she asked for all my
Oh my
information.
God.
And I'm like, this is the ticket amount. Like, I'm telling you exactly what he said. And then so she does all this stuff, and she's like, "Oh, you're right with the ticket amount." Yeah, I was, because I was there 15 minutes ago. I know what he said in front of the bench. And so paid it, got her over with, and that was it. But yeah, it just sucked.
There is something about municipal court, like on a local level, the municipal level, that is a goddamn mess.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
This was the worst one, man.
Dude,
it was
train
terrible.
and I feel like court is worse than the DMV.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the DMV, I had to go to renew my license. The DMV really wasn't that bad.
No, the
It
last few
wasn't
times
bad.
I've
The last
gone-
time I went wasn't bad.
The last time I went to DMV was busy and it took a while, but they knew exactly where it was very organized.
Yeah, it was very
court,
organized,
it's
but
like
those
you have
people-
20
It's like,
people.
yeah, no one knows what's going on.
Yeah, and the people at the DMV just
Dude,
hate
they
their life.
hate-
Yeah, they're
Their life.
miserable.
Yeah.
The only time I had to go to court, I think it was because I was too young. Or no, actually, I got the ticket dropped. So I didn't actually have to pay for it. Because the police officer in Keensburg, which
Classic.
is a lovely town right above us, I was delivering pizza, and my right headlight was dim. It wasn't even fully out.
They
It
can
was
give you a
dim.
ticket for that.
But I've never heard anyone else get a ticket for that. And pulls me over, gave me a ticket for having a dim headlight. And so I asked the officer as he was giving me the ticket, I was like, if I get this fixed, because I was aware of the issue, I was going to fix it within this week.
Right.
If I show proof that I got it fixed,
They'll drop it.
would you drop it? He's like, yeah, why not? So just a pain in the ass. So I get it fixed, and then I have to drive all the way back to Keansburg. I show him, and he's like, yeah, but you're still going to have to come to court to get that dropped. So I still had to go to court. I had to talk to... It was just a nightmare.
Well, a lot of people had that, where if they didn't have their registration or their insurance card
I had to
present at
show
the
it.
time, they then had to show it, get it updated. They had some dismissed. One guy, he still had pled guilty today because he had his insurance, all his information on his phone, and you have to have the piece of paper.
Oh.
And so they didn't take that, so that got thrown out, and he
The
got
town
still
just
fined.
wants your money.
Literally.
Don't listen to the hype. The town wants your money. They
One
don't care
of
about
the craziest ones that I saw in person was this guy who either had to go, I think, 60 days without his license or spend 2 nights in jail.
I probably would have taken the 2 nights.
And
I
it
would've
shows
taken-
the 2
yeah,
nights in
I would
jail.
have taken the 2 nights in jail.
Yeah.
That
I would have taken that at this point than getting my kidneys
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Jesus
Dude.
Christ.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Like, I was
one.
3 miles over. $400, please.
That's insane, man.
Dude.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
I'm
And the
sorry.
last one, my last speeding ticket, I did a 60 and a 50. I was driving behind these two gentlemen going to IHOP.
You were in
Oh,
front of
yeah.
us because
Right.
I passed you.
No,
You got-
I was behind you.
Oh,
I was behind you, and so we happened to both be going to IHOP, but they didn't know that I just happened to meet them on the highway. Where I turned, I was like, oh my god, that's them. And so we're all driving, and there's 2 other cars in the left lane. So all 4 of us are going the exact same speed. Okay, we're all going. And all of a sudden, a Homedale cop comes out of like an abandoned gas station, only pulls me over, and says I was going 60 and a 50. So I'm there, and so they're texting me like, dude, yeah, we're at IHOP, blah, blah, blah. And so I get to
pulled over.
IHOP, and we're having casual conversations about 10 minutes in. And I'm like, yeah, when you guys came here, did you see anyone get pulled over on the highway? They're like, yeah, dude, we saw someone. And I was like, yeah, that was me. And they're like, yeah, you're fucking with me. No,
And I'm like,
no.
no,
And
I'm
I put the
serious.
ticket right on the table, and I went, nope, that was me. That got right behind you. That got pulled
that
over.
was a
dude.
real
That's
bow.
Dude.
Those
Great.
are my 2 great speeding tickets. And you could put speeding in quotes there.
Yeah. Man, they really do target you.
You do, yeah. Well, I mean, they do. Well, yeah. Should we save? We should save the other story for later in the show.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gunpoint
we'll
one.
save
Well, that
that
one's
one.
like terrifying.
Yeah.
But we'll
Yeah.
save that one.
We'll get into that.
We're also on this stream. We're all mid-20s.
Yeah.
We're all still living at home, which is great. I love it. Nothing wrong with
fantastic.
it.
Oh, to an extent.
Depends.
To an extent.
Sure. Depends. You said, yeah, of course. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that are like, oh, at some point you got to move out. Obviously, we all
Yeah.
have to move out, and some people probably
Why?
feel that way. Well, but what I want to talk about is how insane it is to live in New Jersey, and I want to get your guys' opinions on whether you plan to stay in the state, maybe leave the state, and why you want to stay or leave, or why you're kind of torn on the decision, pros and cons of staying in New Jersey. For those of you that are unaware, New Jersey is insanely expensive to live in. It's one of the most, I think the only other states that are more expensive is New York, mainly because of New York City, Manhattan,
Yep.
and California.
Yep.
I think those are the only 2 more expensive states than New Jersey. Property taxes are through the roof. The cost of rent is insane here. Like a 1-bedroom studio apartment in like a Hoboken or in like even Atlantic Highlands, which isn't even like $1,500 a month.
Yep.
Like it's insane.
It's insane.
So
They built an apartment complex in Jackson, so
Jackson's one of the cheaper areas of New Jersey.
I wouldn't really say cheaper, but it's definitely more rural, and there's
More-
not
more-
Well, I'd
much.
say it's cheaper than
There's
like
There's still
not-
some
Midtown.
beautiful houses.
Oh well, by cheaper
yeah,
I don't.
Kate-
Kate's
but
house,
property.
Kate's
Like
house
property.
is beautiful.
It's nicer than mine, but by cheaper I don't mean less attractive. I'm just talking about in terms
property.
of price per square feet. It's cheaper.
Yes,
It's cheaper than this
absolutely.
area.
And it's like it's more rural. Like there's not a lot of stuff nearby. You have to drive 10-15 minutes to get to anything.
Which is why it's a
Right.
little cheaper. Yeah.
They just built a couple of years ago. Built an apartment complex, maybe 5 or 10 minutes away from my house. A 1-bedroom apartment, $1,800.
$1,800.
Like,
for
that's
1 bedroom.
disgusting.
That is
Are
disgusting.
we in what? Are we
Like, how are you supposed to, how are you supposed to rent to save up to put a good down payment on a house when rent is literally 50% of your monthly income?
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well, I know they don't care, but I'm saying, like, logistically, like, you'd have to be working in Manhattan making, like, $80,000-$90,000 a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just,
The country
insane.
has a lot of problems,
Yeah.
especially in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into all of that.
There's a lot of other good stories here in the chat as well. from
Oh,
people.
really? I'll read a
have
few.
some
And then I guess we
lemons.
can read a couple donations if we have any.
Yes, we do.
All right, beautiful. Thank
Taker,
you, guys.
Well, Taker Nepper, I believe, is the one earlier that that wanted to ask.
Our best
He
police
said,
stories.
So, does the thumbnail also show that Calibro has been essentially eliminated from the timeline?
Is he canon?
Caliber was never canon.
He was never canon.
Now, the best part is he's not going to watch this.
Yeah.
No,
We know that.
No, he's not gonna.
No.
He's never taken notes.
Although it was
watching
kind of... Let's talk about Caliber for a second. It was a little sketchy because I called him on Tuesday to let him know, hey, here's the plans. Friday, we're probably going to have a gaming night here. Wednesday, we're going to go live, maybe get dinner. This was before, we didn't get dinner because you had court.
Unfortunately.
And I worked, yeah.
And you worked and you were working. And you saw a movie. How was the movie, by the way?
Which movie was it?
So my mom loves Bruce Springsteen. So
Yeah.
he just came out with a movie called Western Stars about his CD that he just came out with.
Oh, sick.
So that's what she saw it last week with my dad, and she was like, "We have to go. I'm gonna
sick.
take you."
Hey, people in New Jersey love Bruce Springsteen.
They
Yeah.
go
I mean,
really
people all over
nuts.
like him, but like New
Yeah.
Jersey,
New
he's
Jersey
worshipped
is
like a god.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the movie was really good. It was basically just him like singing the album in a barn on his property, and he lives
Colts
in
Neck.
Colts Neck. Thank you.
Right. Is that
Rami
was-
Malek played Bruce Springsteen?
I think we're
He's a great actor.
Yeah, no.
Fantastic.
I love
He played Freddie Mercury.
And he
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
No.
But anyway, so I called Caliber and I told him, and he was
It's
like,
okay.
"Yeah, I'm not sure about tomorrow night. I'll definitely let you know." But he was talking very slow and kind of like,
Yeah.
That's because he has something to do.
like the wheels were turning, right? Like he
Yeah.
knew what
Yeah,
he
he
knew.
was
He
trying
had
to weasel
planned.
his way out of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And so I was like, "All right, just let me know, man." And so then we hang up, and he did say he should be good for Friday, but we hang up, and then he goes, "Yeah." So he texted me today at like 4:30. Not going to be able to make it tonight. I'll try to tune in if I can, man. I'm sorry. And just a little sketchy. I don't know.
Yeah, we want to speak about sketchy. Did you even end up going to the movies yesterday? So we all asked Dylan to hang out.
Oh,
with me
yeah,
at Dave.
yeah.
And so Dylan goes, "Oh, I'm going to the movies with my parents at 10." I get on YouTube at 11 o'clock and this man is streaming Guitar Hero.
So
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Right?
Yeah.
The movie was...
No.
What time was the movie?
I want to see you weasel out of this.
Okay, so I said the movie started at... I didn't say the movie started at 10.
You said 10 o'clock.
No,
did
I
he
did
not say
not.
10
I'm
o'clock?
almost
I
positive.
did
He
not.
said
I probably
Aaron's
said I'll
movie
be...
10 o'clock.
I probably said I'll be back at 10
Maybe.
o'clock.
Oh, let's see. We've got it here.
And we couldn't join the stream.
Let me see.
Oh,
Hold on.
he'd be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. I won't be back
And
till
then,
like
and then
10.
you stream?
I stream at 11. I got back at 10. I set up for 45
You
minutes.
should have let us know, man.
That story checks out.
We were gonna let us
Oh,
know.
it checks out as if it needed to check out because it's a story.
No, I'm just... you're
I
What movie
I
did
can
you?
confirm.
What movie did you say?
We saw the one with Emma Stone and
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg, Zombieland 2.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I didn't see
Facebook.
No. Yeah, we saw the Social Network.
No,
They
they re-released it.
They brought it back.
that was a
actually-
good movie.
Brought it back
I
before the
actually
election.
love
Andrew
that
Garfield,
movie.
amazing.
Andrew Garfield crushes it,
Um,
and
So
the Winklevoss twins.
Oh,
were played by
anyway,
one person.
we can read maybe like 4 or 5 donations, then we'll get into your gun story.
Yeah,
See-
he's trying to weasel out of it. You say?
No,
I
I
see
just...
Because it wasn't with your parents.
Was it with my parents?
It was with his
Oh,
parents.
damn it!
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Kate's
gonna-
just backing him up.
I'm
You
the
hate
fact
her.
I'm gonna
You
get
hate
Tom
her.
and Kathy in the line. All right.
I have nothing to hide. My life is very boring. I'm not on social media. My life is very boring.
You're.
He checks Zillow. though.
Yeah, when he takes
He does
2
check-
days to answer a
Every
text
time
message.
we're on Instagram, he's on Zillow.
Every time you're on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, I'm on Zillow, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Zillow, for those of you who don't know, Zillow is you look at like properties.
I actually, I think if you live outside of the States, you probably... I don't
No,
know
because
if
remember
it's
you
a-
tried in Canada.
Yeah,
didn't
We
you?
tried
Canada
in
didn't
Canada
work,
and have
yeah.
in Canada.
and we tried downloading one. It was kind of weird.
Very
Yeah, it was
sketchy.
like a
You had to like
Canadian
walk into
Zillow.
people's houses and then get their like
Their social security number.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick, you saying that remind. I was at work today and some guy was like on some business call and he had to turn it to speaker for a second. He's like, "Yeah, just give me your soch." And the guy started reading his social security number out. 3 people around him, and then he's like, "Oh," and like switched it. I was like, this guy was about to read his social security number in
Dude.
front
Yeah.
of
What's your
20
social
people.
security number?
That's another thing. I work in I answer the phones in customer service. I ask people for their policy numbers.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, I don't have my policy. I can give you my social though."
Oh, they just give it away.
People just throw that information out, and I'm always like, "We don't take that."
Inversely though, when I was working insurance, it was normal for us to take social security numbers to sign them up for a policy.
Just sign them up for it.
Yeah, but then a guy he's like, "Can you like get a written letter from the insurance company and then send it over to me by mail, and I will send it back with my social security number." I was like, "Sir, that will take like 3 weeks." And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." We didn't get it.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Dill, for a second here.
We lost it?
It keeps jumping in and out because I went.
Are
from
people
freezing-
saying that?
No one's saying that, so it could just be me.
It might be the router.
It could just be me.
Yeah, if no
I
one's
just
saying
wanna
it, we
make
should be
sure.
good. Yeah, we should be good.
Because we are on.
Well, I mean, we're on a wired connection, so we should be really.
Yeah, but I never have problems with this.
Yeah.
The stream's on a wired.
The stream's on a wired.
Yeah,
Not
because
Pete's laptop.
we are on. Yeah, no, because then someone just wrote stream dead. Taker Napper just wrote question mark. So
Taker Napper's the.
just check. We could be good. It seems like it's still moving. Guys, let us know. Are you good?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, Taker Napper said that it did die for a bid.
I see. Thank you guys in the chat for coming by, everyone. I see Liz W. I haven't seen Liz in a while. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
been-
glad-
Yes, yeah, I was gonna read her. She just came by.
Oh, great. Okay, we
It's
should be
back
good.
now.
I don't see any drop frames, so that's weird. I
Chaos
apologize.
did say the stream did drop,
Oh,
and then
I-
Meg said no, it's jumping.
Are we good now though?
So, I mean, it's moving right now. So
Yeah, we're good now. I don't even see any drop frames. That's weird. But thank you guys for letting us know. Thank you, Pete.
That was scary.
Oof.
But
Yeah, we'll read like
some
3 or 4
squeeze in
donos, then we'll
yeah.
get into Pete's gun story.
Donos.
Donos. No,
I
up
love that
here.
story.
I need to record
I
you
don't.
saying that word.
I know.
Dono, so that everyone that donates.
Dono.
Dono alert.
Omar wrote to me and he asked, "How do you feel about the Rams trading Talib?" Good. It's a salary dump. You know, he wasn't playing the rest of the year, so
Yeah,
gave him to Miami.
and they can compete with them.
He won't be there. Thanks, Ghost Nation, for saying Pete Prison. Appreciate it.
Pete Prison. At least he's not there right now in prison.
Flamingo is here. Thank you for
Oh, what's
stopping
up?
by.
Oh, Flamingo,
Hey,
thank you,
Flamingo.
man. Thank you, my homie.
Jake Goes Online is
Hashtag.
here saying hi, Dad.
Oh,
Wait,
Jake.
Jake goes online. That's been a minute.
Yes, Jake though texted me recently. What did he? He just said something about how Yusaku and Naoki not being on my top 10 duels we wish we saw was a sin. That's what he texted me.
Okay,
Yeah.
dude, I miss Jake.
Yeah.
You know what?
Come back. I mean, I know it's a
Jump Festa, man. I'm hoping to have a lot of people.
Yeah,
here for
dude.
Jump
I know.
Festa.
That'll be
Yeah.
fun. Liz wrote in the comments and said, "Thank you guys," because she donated, so I'll get to that.
Great.
And she said, "It's kind of why I haven't been coming to the last few live streams because I've been very busy with school and other stuff.
course.
But it feels good that it's getting closer and closer. I assume the end of the semester.
Yeah.
Right.
End of the semester soon, and then before you know it, it'll be summer.
I know. I feel like it's been a trend with a lot of people. Like we've had a few, regulars like tune in a bit less because the workload becomes
yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
and
man,
I
it's
get
hard.
it. And balancing that with like some form of a social life and like other things in your life, and then to have to tune in to this like all the time, that's a lot.
Sorry,
Social
man.
life. What do you do?
Well,
Yeah, I don't have a
whatever it
social
is,
Neither do I.
I guess I have too many friends. I don't know.
This guy over here.
This guy.
Taker Napper wrote, I had to go to court earlier this year because I bumped a guy with my car. Didn't cause any injury, thankfully, and it resulted in nothing because the guy got discharged from the hospital and then didn't show up to the courthouse.
See, I love when that
Yeah,
happens when they
I
don't
love
show
when
up.
There was a
they
lot
don't
of
show
that
up
today.
and you're
Yeah,
totally
dude.
fine.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
it's great.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, I'm glad that guy didn't sue the pants off you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Colin wrote, you ever find yourself driving and then there's one dumbass that speeds 20 to 30 miles an hour over the limit and runs the red light? Don't you just hate those guys? Yeah, I had someone literally, like a week after my ticket, huge, lifted, like, gigantic pickup truck.
Hell yeah.
Riding my ass. I mean, he's like a foot and a half from my bumper.
Merc.
Okay? If I hit my brakes for anything, he's
Yo.
literally is destroying my car. Right? The whole right lane is open. So he could just literally move to the right lane, cut in front of me if he wants the left lane so bad. Instead, he just rides my ass all the way till I take a jug handle, speeds past me like 90 miles an hour in the left lane, blows through a red light, keeps going. And those people don't get ticketed.
No.
But 3 mile an hour Pete gets ticketed.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Pete. That's I'm gonna put
Just
you
being in the
my
wrong
list.
place at the wrong time.
Hashtag 3 miles.
Sucks, man.
3 mile an hour Pete.
Sucks.
Oh, Liz has a good story too. My mom was once driving me and my siblings home when we were younger while it was raining, and she was speeding and suddenly lost control. The car started to spin and caused. Now I gotta find the second part of it.
Oh, no.
Liz caused a pretty decent accident. Luckily, no one was hurt, but her car got wrecked pretty bad.
Yeah, I got
Jeez,
totaled.
dude.
Well, that happened recently to your brother, right?
My brother's girlfriend.
Wow.
It was his car because hers wasn't working, so they were kind of sharing the car, and I don't even still know the details of the accident. or
Yeah,
what happened,
probably
but
rain, losing
his
control.
his
Go
car
slow
got
in the
They
rain,
never
man.
told you what was like the whole details of it.
I'll probably find out this weekend. I never asked because I felt weird being like, so how did it happen?
Yeah.
I always like.
But
wanna
she
know.
was really shaken up about it, and
Yeah.
he was really upset because like he loved that car.
Yeah.
So
You said
That
you did a lot
sucks,
of
man,
research
when
to
you do
find
that.
the right car, right?
Mhm.
That sucks, dude.
yeah, but he's got a new one now.
Man,
Got a
that
Honda
must be so
Civic.
nice.
Civic, Honda
Yeah.
Civic.
Hell yeah. Is he gonna tune it up? Is he into that?
No.
Something reliable, Nicky. That's what we need.
Rats.
Sean wrote, wow, those prices, speaking about the real estate and rent, those prices are so insane. I just bought a house with $800 for my mortgage. 3-bed, 2-bath.
Yeah, ask him where he
What?
lives.
Where
I know, Sean, right
Give
where
us
you
your
live.
address.
Yeah, Sean. I believe.
What's your
your
address?
address? Is that not your door we're knocking on, Sean?
Sean, that's insane, man.
That was good. The way it sounded like a door.
Yeah.
$800 for a 3-bed. I mean, it's a mortgage. Mortgage is going to be cheaper than rent, but even if you boost
still,
that,
dude,
That's probably a really nice house.
yeah, probably.
The mortgage my parents are about to have is like at least three times. Like 3 times.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Blue Maiden wrote, my mom and I got a ticket on our way home from Florida, and it took forever. It didn't help we came from a long detour to get to the freeway. It was horrible. That stinks if you ever get a ticket in another state that you live in.
God.
You either have to somehow communicate that online. Sometimes if it's bad enough, you have to go all the way back to that court that you got the ticket in.
Can you imagine?
It's horrible.
Yeah, the system's shitty.
It's a terrible system.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Abolish law enforcement.
So, let's...
Yeah, I have a saying, and it's ACAB. You know what that stands for?
No.
All cops are bastards.
And there goes the stream. It's getting shut down.
No, I'm just kidding. It's like a punk thing in the punk community. I think it's hysterical. Out of it.
God.
I don't genuinely believe that.
Nick
Just
T has
some
a-
cops.
Nick
are
T has a
bastards.
tattoo.
Dill, some people are asking.
Yes, I do.
When is
Not
Jump
that.
Festa again?
Jump Festa
Remind them.
is... Yeah, the stream is going to be... I'll tell you when the stream is. The stream is going to be December 20th at 8 p.m. and December 21st at 8 p.m. It'll probably go until about 6, 7 in the morning, both days.
Yeah, we're going to be wrecked.
Oh, we're going to be destroyed. I mean, I've had a few people reach out, including Garrett, on Time Walker. I've had a few people reach out and ask, like, if they can come. And
Doesn't Garrett live?
he's a drive. It's about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a free-for-all.
We're
We're
going
going
to
to
have
have...
4 to 5 hours?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sean lives in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area.
Pennsylvania?
See, that's...
No,
okay.
but he's got to be right outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
There's some really nice suburban areas outside of
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and outside of Philly. Man, that's good. He probably lives in a nice area.
Dang, dude. Good for
Good for you, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
People
that's
are
awesome.
still commenting that the stream is lagging big again.
I'm going to punch myself in the
So
face.
I'm just letting you know that. It
Thanks.
looks okay to me, but that's what people are saying. Well, thanks Shadow Rome for never missing the stream.
Yeah, the southern U.S. is
Yeah,
good.
Shadow Realm is always here. Wait, what?
I don't see anything on my end.
Mine's
No, I know.
fine.
I'm just letting you know what the great people are saying to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, what do you have in the thermos?
Oh, this is gin.
Yeah.
It's
dude,
straight
that's
gin.
What's up, dude? Taking shots,
Well,
bro.
I'm trying to get pulled over by the police again today.
Right. Get that DWI.
Oh my god,
DUI.
Liz is coming in with the stories. Dill, you want to go to some donos?
Yeah, let's do some.
So this is my favorite, and this is only for Dylan.
We'll do 3 or 4.
So it's $2. I won't say the username. Say my name quickly, fam.
It's my cock small. Oh, my cock small, dude. Thank you so much for donating.
No,
dude.
who is that?
No, it's Mike.
It's Mike Oxmall.
Yeah, it's Mr. Oxmall. No, he's a great dude. Thank you so much, Mike Oxmall. Really, really good guy. And
Mr. Oxmall.
really selfless. Thank you for the donation.
Well, you
man.
knew
I appreciate
immediately,
it.
so who is
Well,
that?
I do too. I saw it.
Thank you, man.
Did you see it, though?
No, I didn't see it.
It was one of his previous streams. He
Yeah,
had the exact
Mike
same donation.
Oxmall is a reoccurring donor.
Mike Oxmall. He's a great
Mike
man.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, we'll read like 3 or 4 more.
Right.
Thank you to everyone who's donated so far, and then we'll go into New Jersey, living in New Jersey.
Tyler Spratt donated $2 and just said, hey.
Thank you, man.
What's up,
Hey,
Tyler?
hey, dude, thanks so much,
Hey,
man.
what's up,
thanks for
man?
tuning
Thank
for
you,
dropping
dude.
by. Liz, as we've said, is here.
Hey, Liz.
Donated $5. Said, hey, everyone. I hope everyone has been well. Wrapping up my last month of the semester, and then I'm 1 semester away from graduating.
Liz, good
That's
luck.
amazing.
That's right.
Yes,
Good
push
luck.
through.
Yes, I finished strong.
Persevere.
Pete said to me like a few days ago, just off top, he was like, I haven't seen Liz in a while.
I know.
I was
I
like,
missed
yeah.
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
so thanks for coming by, Liz.
You're
Thank you
always
so much.
Really,
Yes,
a positive force in the
absolutely. There are a lot of people.
I'm
on
making
Liz.
comments.
I'm making Liz my honorary waifu. So Liz, if you're watching,
Wow.
Liz, hey,
Wow.
that's an
Whoa.
honor. That's an honor. Pete doesn't do that for everyone.
I'll do it for anyone.
Oh, you do it for anyone.
I barely tolerate Kate as it is. So,
He doesn't do it for anyone.
Liz, thank you very much.
Bam donated $20.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Already, dude.
Dude, thanks so
he said,
much.
here's my 1 donation per stream. You guys are all
wow.
awesome, including everyone watching the stream. Question for everyone. What's one favorite or most impacted moment with each person at the table? We'll watch the rest after the show.
Oh, wow.
That's
That
a
is
heavy
a
question.
huge question.
That can be a topic in itself.
Yeah, literally
That
can
could
be.
be a topic in itself.
Do we want to save that another time? I mean, I could give something briefly.
We could
if I
use
can
that,
think
do
of
that in the stream, today's stream even, but I need to
one.
think
I got to
about
definitely think on
What
that.
is
Yeah.
that again? We'll add
So,
that as a
either one favorite moment or most
Impactful.
impactful moment. I guess I assume in your life for
Yeah,
each person.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's heavy.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, we just met.
Yeah,
met
I
you,
mean,
but
I've only been around a couple of months. But
still I'm
About
sure we
each
told
other?
something.
about
Yeah,
each
about
other.
each
yeah.
other.
Oh,
About
tits.
each person, so I have to say something about
Oh,
you.
tits.
And Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ryan,
that's a
thank you
discussion
for
itself.
that.
We will get to that.
Thank you for that generous donation. We will get to that. I promise.
Bam
Thank you.
lies because he said, "Here's my one donation per stream," and then literally donated.
No,
nothing.
he can't cut himself off.
He always
It's
does
like an
that. He's
addiction.
like,
I
all
know,
right,
I know.
I'm just gonna donate once.
We
This
love
is
you.
it, and then
No,
he's
we-
like,
no, we
hey,
really
it's
do.
me again.
No, you literally like are almost
Dude,
solely
it's-
responsible for like paying like my cell phone bill. So thank you.
He donates-
Actually, that's a bad example. I don't even.
That's a huge cell phone bill.
No, yeah, my
Jesus.
cell phone bill is like $20 a month. It's because I paid it off in full, so I'm just paying for the data, which isn't that much.
You have
That was a
unlimited?
That's
Do I have a lemon?
Unlimited data.
that was good. That was
What?
good. No, yeah, it's like, I'm sorry.
Just
You
that,
can-
and then do I have a lemon?
Oh Lord.
What did I
Well, like,
call
What
it?
is
Yeah, because
happening?
sometimes hold on. Sometimes when you buy like a used car, it's a lemon. It doesn't work.
Because lemon laws.
So sometimes when you buy a used phone, it can be a lemon. It can be a
alright,
crappy
okay,
phone.
Okay, I see where
I,
that.
I didn't mean like a lemon is in like an actual lemon. Like
Yeah, that's what I.
Here, take a lemon, dude.
Why would he say a lemon?
Yeah, bro. Lemons, bro.
What did Bam say?
Oh, he asked me about my.
Bam wrote to Nick T and Kate. So he said best girl Kate, and then he said Nick T initial D process. Dude, he's gonna ask you every time.
Dude, and I
Every
feel
single
terrible.
time.
Please don't donate asking because if I say no, I'm gonna be like, wow, you just donated money and
am the
nothing's
worst.
happened.
You're an asshole.
I am the worst. I am an asshole.
Literally the worst.
We should have put you in jail in the thumbnail.
Do you know what? Yeah, put me in
Change it
jail.
right now.
Put me in anime jail. I will. I promise you. I'm in like the process of watching literally like 4 shows right now.
4. Step it up, Nick T.
Yeah,
I'm watching like 15.
Evangelion,
Bam.
Evangelion, Black Lagoon, Gundam Build Fighters Try, like Code Geass. I'm about to start Code Geass with Sam.
Brandon
I
Stallis
finished Hunter
said-
x Hunter with Andrew.
He said
No,
lemon pledge.
lemon party, dude.
Lemon pledge, yes.
I will. I've really just been strictly listening to that one song repeatedly, but I'll make some progress before next stream.
This is for you, Nick T.
Let me play a sad song
I
for
mean,
you,
we're-
the world's smallest violin.
I love that. I'm gonna make that my ringtone.
This really is the world's smallest
Dude.
This really is the world's smallest violin.
Now you're gonna copyright.
Well, so yeah, so anyone that watched
How'd that
my,
go? Did you end up getting a copyright?
so you know, I'm sitting there and I actually messaged Sam, Stardust Nobody. I'm not sure if Stardust Nobody's here, but he was a huge savior last.
Sam is here.
Huge savior
Savior
last
Sam.
night.
Savior Sam.
He's the new savior Sam because our quarterback's horrible.
What do you expect? He got mono, dude.
So anyway, Stardust Nobody was a huge hero last night. I was messaging him a little bit on Discord after the stream ended, and I was like on the fence of whether I should delete the stream or not. And I saw in the YouTube guidelines that if a stream gets blocked worldwide or gets a copyright strike, you lose your privilege to stream for 3 months.
Damn.
That
Oh
means
my God.
that means no Jump Festa. It means no streams
you were just
until
gonna straight delete
February. So it's processing because once a live stream ends, it becomes a VOD. It becomes a video, but it has to upload, and that's when it goes through all of YouTube's checks to make sure there's no copyrighted music, there's no issues with like violating any sort of policy. So as it's processing, I keep refreshing because I'm like, I know it's gonna get hit. And I'm like, you know what? It's not worth jeopardizing live streaming for 3 freaking months. So I deleted it as it was processing. So with those Clone Hero streams, the Guitar Hero streams, I probably will do them more. I'd like to do them maybe once a week
You have
because
to
there's
be
so
there.
many
They'll be
anime
deleted
openings.
right after.
But they're going to be deleted right after. So
That stinks.
yeah, it does suck.
It sucks that you can't even just private it and keep it private.
No,
because they
because
come.
or
No, I know.
unlisted.
They come after them
No,
anyway.
even if it's privated and that still gets taken down, I could lose streaming for 3 months. So those Guitar Hero streams, I can keep doing them. There's not going to be any VOD though. That's just the small price to pay
that
for it.
stinks.
But on the other hand, my channel's not screwed.
That's true. Yeah, it's better
Sure.
to not.
And you still get everything for it. You get the whole interaction with everyone. The donations still go through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was still a good time. I still get to hang out with people for 3 or 4 hours, BS and playing some anime music. Like, come on, you can't beat that,
can't
man.
My
that.
favorite
That's a
comment that I
blast.
caught last night was you pause it midway and you go, "Yeah, dude, my arm's killing me. I'm just not Caliber, man. I don't have the upper body." That was my
I
favorite
said that a
comment.
few times.
That was my favorite
Because
comment.
Caliber's got that arm strength.
Right, of course.
Especially on the right arm. And
We know why.
yeah, well, exactly. And I just don't have that. But Bam, thank you for the donation. We'll read 2 more and then we'll go into living in New Jersey. The fun
Yeah,
of it.
there's a few more stories that people. Liz has another story in here, by the way.
Sure, we'll
You
do
get
the 2 more donos, then we'll do a couple stories.
I agree. Goose is here.
Goose!
donated $2. Said, "What's up, guys?
Love this
How's
guy.
y'all's hump day? Good weather."
Day.
Dude, it didn't feel like much of my week's been all over the place. So it's been a good day.
I didn't know it was
It
Wednesday.
didn't feel like a hump day because I had off yesterday. I have off tomorrow.
So yeah, with my job, I literally worked on Monday. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday. I work tomorrow and Friday, and then I'm off Saturday, Sunday.
Dude, damn,
very,
bro.
very great week.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The job, it doesn't have to be a full-time job because of this, because of you guys, and I'm able to allot more time to YouTube. So allocate more time to YouTube. So thank you guys.
Allocation, dude, bro.
Would a lot have worked logically in that sentence? I'm able to allot more time to YouTube.
Yeah.
So either one, yeah.
Yeah, that could
Either
work.
one.
Is a lot short for allocate?
No.
No, but I like that thought process.
Makes sense. They're
True.
cousins.
Sam did say that you
They
could
could be
record
cousins.
all the Clone Hero streams and then link them on the Discord to keep them there.
I could, but then I'd have to have an external service recording them, right? Because I can't like download
Yes.
the video if it's private. So I'd have to think about how to logistically do that because I'd have to stream.
You would
and
have to
from-
screen
Something would
record
it has a
yourself.
screen record for. Sam probably has an answer for that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I could definitely look it up as well. I know Camtasia has screen record, but I just hope that's not too much. Well, it's an Ethernet, so I'm sure it wouldn't be that much of an issue.
No.
There's ways around it. I'll figure it out.
That's a good idea,
Vimeo.
though. That's a good idea, and I'm sure like
He said upload it to like Vimeo. Or
No,
you
I'm
said
saying that. You
Vimeo
can
would
do
work
Vimeo is
too.
another one.
Because even if Vimeo, I get a
People
strike
also
on
say
that.
you go back to Twitch.
Could do Twitch, but yeah.
I know,
could
but
do
if
Twitch.
you could
The
put a
difference-
message in the community on your YouTube channel to jump over to Super
Yeah, but
Leapfrog.
even like and like Twitch with donations, like YouTube takes a lot of like 30%.
Twitch doesn't as
Twitch
much.
doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
But like if I stream on Twitch, that stream would get 20 to 30 people. If I stream on YouTube, like last night it was consistently over
See,
200.
I think
Yeah,
I
you're
know
at,
that
like,
was with
240
video games, but I
consistently.
think if you let people know, I think you get more people.
I
Guys,
don't
would,
think so.
would you come over to Twitch if Dylan did it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't
don't let
think
YouTube
so.
let you hear you say that.
I gave Twitch a good run for a while.
I
For a
know,
few
man. I
months.
miss
Yeah.
those.
Dude, shout out Bouldergeist, wherever he may be in the
Oh,
world.
I miss
right now.
Boulder.
He was
Yeah.
on
He
those
was a
streams
legend.
every time.
Yeah, I hope he's doing
I miss
good.
his Canadian ass.
Yeah, dude. Even though we made some friends in that those Twitch streams that like did carry over to YouTube, like Akame, Soul Exchange Music, David. So we've got and a lot of people actually. I think was Davis. I feel for some reason I feel like
I don't
Davis
think
was on
so,
Twitch.
but I'm
Saw
not-
other people.
Yeah.
I don't remember who else was on Twitch.
It was fun.
But those days were fun. But
Yeah.
at least a lot
We
of
all
you carried
sang.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
could
all
also,
sang.
Kami also wrote, you could put maybe a link in the Google Drive. People do that with reactions. So that's
Yeah, I could do
possibility.
that. I'll
You could
figure
do
it out.
True.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
A Google Drive. Yeah.
I just
either
can't,
way,
I just can't upload it to YouTube.
capturing it might just is the one hurdle.
Yeah.
Sam said you have two computers, right? Have one computer record the stream, one stream. So you can have
Yeah.
one recording the stream and one streaming.
Yeah, that's actually amazing. I really have like 4 or 5
And
computers.
Sam, that's the one I use as well. OBS is a great screen recorder. I use that as well.
Yeah, I mean
I use unregistered Hypercam 2. Dude, do you
Yeah,
remember
that-
unregistered? Dude,
I
that's
do
how
remember.
I used to record my RuneScape videos,
Oh,
dude.
RuneScape.
that's a great idea, Sam. I think I'm gonna do that. That's a good
So
idea.
you got options.
Yeah.
You got
So we'll do one more dono.
one more donut.
Okay.
Blue Maiden donated
Blue Maiden.
$5.
Thank you, Blue
He said,
Maiden.
this is a reason that I don't drive. Tickets are a painful wait. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they
That
are.
is true.
Yes, they are.
They suck.
Um,
And as Goose, obviously, if you caught the beginning of the stream yet, my Wednesday, not great.
no,
Yes.
no, definitely go back, Pete. Fun story. So I want to talk briefly. I want to get your guys' opinions on this. Obviously, moving out is something that probably will happen within the next few years at the most.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hopefully.
New Jersey is a very expensive state to live in. I don't know if you've ever taken the time to look at real estate in the South or even in Pennsylvania or Delaware.
It's cheaper.
But yeah, I haven't much. I know the.
I mean, it's so
roundabouts.
much cheaper.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely.
Like in Georgia, you could get an apartment in Savannah, 3 bedrooms for $750 a month.
Right.
Here, $750 a month doesn't even get you a studio,
No.
unless it's in a very dangerous
No,
area.
that's true.
You don't want to be.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you plan to still live in New Jersey? I know you don't have any interest to move out.
I have no interest in moving out.
So why is that?
Well, so we'll take it a step away. So if you had asked me that same question last year, or in the years leading up to last year, the answer would remain the same. But there, in that specific instance where I wanted to be in the music industry, other than New York, New Jersey, Nashville, or Los Angeles specifically, there is nothing for me in the rest of the United States. Nothing. There's no reason for me if you want to be in the music industry. There's nothing in the Midwest. There's nothing in the South other than Nashville. Maybe like Austin.
So you
or
wouldn't,
Houston.
right? You wouldn't willingly go to a different location.
There would be.
It would have to be work related.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we can all
It would
agree
have to
if
be
we got
work-related,
a good job,
and that-
we'd move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe. In that instance, those are the only places I would move, though. I'm not going to Ohio for a music industry job.
What about
There's-
Sandusky?
Specifically Sandusky.
You already have a job lined up there.
I'd be the manager of the Red Lobster. But now looking forward to like going back to school, becoming a school counselor, I think the answer still remains the same. I enjoy I think the quality of education in the school systems here in New Jersey are probably better than most in the United States. And I think I'd rather work in an environment like that. And on top of that, really just in the rest of the country, aside from career, there's really just nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the vicinity I am, like, away from, just other things. And I enjoy the way of life, regardless of cost.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's a place I would want to raise a family. It's a place that I would just want to live and figure out the money in regards to that.
Sure. That's respectful. What about you?
That's my
Pete?
answer.
I'm pretty much down for anything if I have a decent style job. I mean, would I like to stay in the area? Sure. This is what I know. Most people don't move out of their hometown. All my friends are here, family here. But if I got a job, let's say on the West Coast in LA or San Francisco, I
Right.
would absolutely leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, if I got a good enough job, I go overseas. Especially if
Yeah.
I had like a couple friends or something come with me, I absolutely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my preference would be to stay in the area, but it's so expensive, so it's hard. But my goal is just trying to move up in careers and take it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could start, having more money that I could save up to live out. I mean, I lived out on my own. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
well,
it.
we all have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Maryland. I lived there.
Yeah.
I've done all that
Mhm.
stuff. I've paid rent. I know what utilities are like, and I know at this point I can't
Right.
afford it after
Mhm.
college. So, but yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, I mean, I had rented a house with some friends the year after college, and like I was able to make it work. But
Tight.
yeah, of course, it's tight. It's
Yeah.
tight, So it's something I'd like to do. Like with you guys, if like next year we could like muster up enough money and people to like get like a house.
Yeah.
To rent a house, like that
Well,
would
if
be
we all lived
ideal.
together, it'd be
It'd
just something.
It'd be chaos, but it'd be amazing.
It'd be fun.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm looking forward to moving out. It's great living with my parents, on one end because I don't really pay rent, and even when I do, because when we move, I probably will be paying some form of rent.
Right. Like I pay rent here.
Yeah.
I pay rent at my house.
Not nearly what I'd pay
No.
if I was not at my house.
Right.
But
Of course. Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But But on the flip side, right now I don't have very much privacy. I don't very much of a space
Oh yeah,
of
there's
my own.
so many benefits to living out.
So
man.
Yeah.
living with you guys, but past that, it would take me some convincing to move out of New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? Because you're more get me out of the state.
Yeah. I'm
Which
very
is crazy.
I'm very much get me out of the state. I don't know, I just haven't
But
Could it be
what
Jackson?
is there conditions? Like, is it a job has to take me out of the state, or you're just willy nilly? You'll just leave.
well, I would need a job in that state first.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
just gonna
yeah,
uproot
yeah.
my life and
Yeah.
move somewhere
People
and
do
not
that.
and not have something
People do
like
that.
that.
People go to
people
LA.
that
It's like
do
I'm
that.
gonna make an acting career, and then they work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You
I
literally just quoted The Big Bang Theory. I seen what you did there.
No, wait, was that actually?
Yeah, that's what Penny does.
But that's
in The
like
Big Bang Theory.
that's a trope. That's a thing that
That's
happens to a
that's a
lot of
trope.
people. That does happen to Penny, but it's a lot of people.
Yeah, so I, for a couple of years, was very into the thought of moving to Florida.
I know.
Yeah, so
She's not the only one.
Dude, I know. And to cut you off, it's funny because with Dylan's, there are two states, and no offense to anyone that lives in these states, two states
Florida,
that are
Pennsylvania.
No.
Ohio,
Florida,
in my
Ohio.
mind, that are the worst place, the two places I would never want to live in my life. I have such an aversion to them.
Really?
I do not. There's nothing appealing to me other than Disney World.
Thank you.
Greatest place on earth.
What about Cleveland?
Dude, Cleveland sucks.
We have people from Cleveland watching this. You can't say
I'm
that.
sorry. Do you
they
know?
have Baker Mayfield.
They know. There's someone from Cleveland. No, wait, hold on.
You stop that right now.
People out there must have seen the video. There's 2 videos actually there. A guy who lives in Cleveland was, set up with the task of making like a theme song, a little video for Cleveland.
Sure.
And it turns into like everything terrible about Cleveland. It was amazing. I'm sorry. I totally yes.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So yeah, I had a thing about moving to Florida for a bit, but I felt like that was too far away from my family. Like if I was going by myself, if I had like a group of friends or people to go down there with, then yes, I would.
Yeah.
Just to go.
But just to uproot my life, go down there by myself and live there. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, a state I would not mind living in at all is which is close to this area, close enough where even if I move out, my parents downsize, I wouldn't be far from them. Is Pennsylvania? I would not.
See,
have
I'm
an
more
issue.
open to that.
I'm open.
Yeah,
I'm very open
not
to
not
Pennsylvania.
necessarily like the woodsy part.
But
like
see,
the,
would you go to a
the
major
Pocono-
area?
Yes.
What
like
about a Philadelphia?
a
See,
suburb of Philadelphia?
I would love to do
I would
like
definitely do that.
outside Philadelphia. Is a
See,
really
I'm-
good
Yeah,
area.
I would definitely go.
I'm a
Right
city
outside.
person,
Same.
so I like being in the suburbs or in the city.
There's some very safe and Middletown-esque suburbs
Not far from
outside, like 20 minutes outside of
Yeah.
like
Philly.
Lansdale.
That's something I'd be open
And
to.
Philly, you can probably get some decent jobs in.
And
Philly,
you know the
too.
other place that we talked about that I said I would definitely move if I got a job? Manhattan and Chicago.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
definitely go
Chicago,
to a
yeah.
suburb of Chicago.
Yeah, I
love
wouldn't.
that.
Chicago, I loved. That might be a little too far for me.
It's not that bad though, man.
I don't know if I'd want to be that far from my family, but maybe
It's
if
a
it was
quick
just
plane.
maybe if it was just like a few years. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd. Right, I wouldn't want to like raise because eventually I want to have a family. I wouldn't want to raise a family in the
Yes.
suburb in like
But
Chicago.
when you're in your 20s, like, hey, maybe that'd be fun.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like
Exactly,
28
to,
to
like,
31 or
experience
something.
different
So where are you
That's
raising
like-
kids in? Florida?
No, honestly, like an area like this or like
Yeah, I
a
would say-
suburb outside of Pennsylvania, I think that's.
So you'd be coming back to this area then?
No,
So you
well-
wouldn't be leaving.
I'm saying this is I understand why this is a very expensive area. It is a very safe area.
And there's
good
cheaper,
education
there's cheaper
system.
areas in New Jersey that you could find.
Right, but now we're talking south. Now we're talking Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
Now we're talking Brielle.
You could still
Now we're
find
talking
some nice places
Manassas,
down there.
Virginia.
Brielle is a great place.
Does anyone live in
Brielle's
Manassas, Virginia? By the way, Brielle is actually pretty affordable.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
Brielle's that you've got like Point Pleasant
No,
Beach.
Brielle
around
is
it,
very
Manasquan
affordable.
there.
Does anyone live in Manassas, Virginia? Let me know.
Stop it.
No,
Stop
no
right
one here
now.
lives in Manhattan.
Virtually also goes.
That's an actual city. I'm not
Yes,
kidding
I
about
know,
that.
but I just
Yeah,
hate
but
Manassas.
we're just gonna cut that.
Would you ever live in Manassas?
I know what's there.
You get a great deal on a piece of property.
I don't
Okay.
give a fuck about.
No, you
It's
get,
dark, man.
you get a great deal on a 6-bedroom house in Manassas. I'm talking.
But what do I have there? Do I have a job?
You have a job.
Is there? And is the
the
quality
job,
of life?
the
good
job
there?
is $80K. You make $80K a year.
What's the neighborhood like? Is it a good school system?
Great school system in Manassas.
Okay.
Is there? Where's the nearest town?
The nearest town is 15 minutes.
You're living in it, baby.
All right.
Literally the only negative is you have to tell everyone, hey, I live in
Oh,
Manassas,
my address?
Virginia.
It's in Manassas.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
My
a place
address
in-
is 54 Buttocks Lane, Manassas, Virginia.
There's
I
a
don't
place
think that's
in
how it
Maryland
works.
called Cockeysville.
I believe that.
I would live there.
There's a lot of Middletowns, man.
There's a lot of
Everywhere
Middletowns.
I think there's a Middletown in every state.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's crazy.
Death
If
Valley,
you live
Arizona.
in a wait, what?
That's where Undertaker was born. Death Valley,
Yeah, I
Arizona.
know. What's that to do with Middletown?
No, I'm just saying that's a fun
Are
name.
we just
I would live
naming
in
things
Middletown.
now?
Yeah, we're just naming things.
So I think all of us are pretty. Now,
I would-
does family play a factor? If you
Yeah.
not wanting
It,
to
play,
go
it
Absolutely.
plays some,
Yes.
but I don't know. I guess more familiarity and friends actually play more. of a
Yeah.
role.
You know,
That's why I'm saying if like you moved with friends, you still have that group. You
Yeah, because
still
like
have
friends,
that
like
sense of-
honestly, as you get older, right, and you're having your own life and your own family, right? How often are you seeing your family when you move out, right?
Sure.
Like you're keeping in contact with them constantly, but you're seeing them maybe on holidays or birthdays or things like that.
Sure.
So to me, that's why moving to Chicago not a huge deal. I could fly in for Christmas.
That's
It's not a
true.
huge deal.
That's true.
But like friends-wise, those are people you're seeing every week, right?
Yeah.
So you want to stay close to people
That's why
like
it's,
that.
I think it's good to
Yeah.
That's
move
my
with,
line of
with
thought.
your
I-
friends
I-
if you're moving like that.
I-
and
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you had it. I finish your thought.
no, go
No,
ahead.
you finish your thought.
No.
You finish your thought. You were saying if you move in with friends outside, far from home, you have that family like connection.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's not a bad deal. So basically what you're saying is let's make a YouTube house right now.
Yes.
We're gonna get
clout gang.
we're
or
gonna
some
get a
shit.
20-bedroom mansion. It'll be us 4.
and our closest 16 friends.
No, and 16 people from YouTube from the chat. So it's a YouTube house.
It's like a YouTube.
Can you imagine that, dude?
So sick, dude.
That would be nuts.
It's funny though, like the whole idea, like
It
so,
is
like
funny.
family does play a part, right? So hypothetically, you know, I do love my family.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I love my friends.
I love my
But like,
country.
say like, well, Jordan doesn't like. She has no interest in moving out of the state. So like, but say she's out of the picture. Like, say Jordan and I are in this hypothetical. Jordan and I aren't dating. As much as I love you guys, I love my family. If my brother went like, hey, do you want to move to Japan with me, or like anywhere in the world? I probably would move with my brother anywhere, regardless of where the rest of my family is.
He's a good man.
Like, because I love my brother dearly, and of course I love my family. I love you guys. I
Yeah.
miss you guys. But like, he's someone. If he went to me and said, "Hey, like we've got jobs," and he's like, "Let's just move somewhere," I would go with him.
Yeah.
I would do that with my brother too.
Yeah. So there are circumstances.
There are circumstances.
Yeah. It's an interesting debate. I just hate how it's like that concept of your money just goes so much further in a
That
different
Another
state.
the thought of that
Yeah.
does suck, but
And like if you lived in PA, you would probably have the same amount if you were smart with your money in your savings and to your name at the age of 40 as you would in New Jersey.
But you have to realize when you move to a lot of these cheaper areas, like especially in the South, the job market it's way less.
Well, the pay
so that's
isn't
what
as good,
that's
yeah.
what balances everything out in terms of property taxes or anything else.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
something I was looking at, so I was looking for different jobs with like kind of what I do or going into like claims or stuff with auto. A lot of places in the South or in like PA, they'll let you work from home as long as you're like a certain amount away from like a major city. So they train you in that city and then you work from home within that area.
I don't know how I'd feel about working from home.
Same.
You know what I mean? Because like
My
I'm
dad's
not saying
done it for
products, yeah.
16
not
years.
saying that I want a huge commute, right? But like knowing myself, just speaking for myself, I'm a huge procrastinator, right?
Yeah,
so if
productivity is an issue.
If I'm at my house, it's gonna be so hard for me to focus on.
But
things.
but if it's like something like what I do, like I answer the phones, I have to log in at a certain time. I can log out at a
That's
certain
true,
time, so
that's
that
true.
keeps you on that schedule.
What my dad does, because my dad runs his own company, his own e-commerce store, and he's
Right.
done it very successfully since
long
2002, 2003. So he's worked at home. He's been at home since 2003. What he did is he took one of the bedrooms, because that is a bedroom because it has a closet in the
Right.
office,
Yeah,
and he
love
converted it into a complete office space.
I know, I love
And he
that.
said that the only time he goes into that room is to work. So when he's in that room, he's in his
working.
office, and half the time he forgets he's even at home. Because you have to pick a spot in your house where you can disassociate.
It's a psychological thing.
relaxing and comfort. That's why
Yes.
they tell you never to do like homework in bed.
Right.
Yeah, because
When
that
you're in
makes
college,
that a
because
stressful
Also, like I think
space
eating,
then.
yeah, like same similar. I think with eating, like you're not supposed to like eat in certain places
Yeah.
for that very reason.
Absolutely. So like that it's all I think I'd be able to do that, and that's one of the first things I do because that's kind of what hurts me with YouTube. I feel like sometimes I don't really have a place in this house where I can go and just script. I don't have a place.
Right.
Because down here,
This is
sure,
where
I
you
can
hang out,
do
this
it,
is your
but I
relaxation.
associate with hanging out. I associate with playing PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing these streams. So I think I could definitely work at home like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I think there's opportunities wherever you go. But
That's a good point, and it's fun. I keep saying it's funny, but like you bring that up, like
you could also live in PA and work in New Jersey.
right, or I could live in PA and work in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
If you're right there on that border.
But as a
yeah.
school,
Yeah.
as a school counselor, maybe I wouldn't.
Someone
want
that
to do
I mean, she has a hell of a commute, but someone I work with at Plymouth lives in PA. She's like right on the border.
How long is that commute though? Like an
I
hour
know,
and a half.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
probably an
yeah.
hour and a half.
I'm like, you're crazy.
That would kill me.
But anyway.
What's the longest commute you'd do?
hour and a half.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
Depends on the job.
You-
If it's
And it
something
depends
that
how
I
I'm getting there.
I
Like if
wouldn't-
it's a 2-hour bus ride,
no, it's driving car.
then like an hour and a half.
Okay, now
Longest I would do is 35, 40 minutes.
Really?
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Hour and a
probably-
half.
I'd probably
you
settle
you would
around-
get worn down very quickly.
I'd probably
would,
settle
but-
around an hour. I would if it's a job that is like my dream job.
Yes.
2 hours I would do. Think about it. If you're loving where you work, right?
If you love where
the
you work
commute-
that much and you land your dream job, then you move closer to that job.
What if you can't? What if you can't afford it? What if you have too many
There has to be a
connections
place
where you are?
within. There has to be a place within 2 hours that you can.
You
Even if
never
you
know,
cut it
man.
down by 1 hour.
No, but I'm with him. If the worst part of your day to get to your dream job is the 2-hour commute there, then I'm fine.
Now,
I'm
if you
content
add
with
in
that.
both, where you hate your job and you have a long commute,
Then
now
you just
that's
end
where
it.
you're getting worn down in a second.
I don't think you'd understand how tough that commute would be.
we need
No, it
to
would be
change.
tough.
We need to change the
Yeah.
topic.
No,
We've
but
had a
I
very
do want, and on
rough
one
week
note
at
though,
work.
of the idea of working from home, my mom said something to me where I was talking about songwriting. She's like, oh, could you make a career from that? And like, if I had landed a gig making a career off songwriting, work from home, I would move anywhere in the country or the world with you guys.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter if I could do that.
Well, that's why I'm
I'd
kind of
be
in a
lot of
unique
mobility
position
with
with
that
this
job.
channel. I'm in a unique position.
Exactly.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with what you do on the side as well, you can.
The hotels.
You
yeah,
can do
the
that
hotels
anywhere.
anyway.
You do that
So when you
Hotels
move
anywhere.
to Munich and then I never see you again, that'll be good.
I'll send you letters. I'll add you to my Patreon letter.
You probably wouldn't even do that, to be honest. Probably get kicked out of the Discord.
Yeah. Oh, Pete doesn't pay.
I'll make sure it happens.
Interesting convo. What are some people in the chat saying?
Virtue did want to say, he goes, Pete wants to know the conditions to meet. The set condition so finally Kate can move out. She's not wrong. And then Shadow Realm wrote, Kate, you were recently in Arizona. What'd you think of it?
I loved Arizona. Yeah, it was really great. It's a great area. I really enjoy like the landscape there. Like I love like the desert, and then when you get a little bit like, because my cousin lives in Phoenix.
Okay.
So when you get a little bit out of there, you get to like where the mountains are,
Like
the red rocks
Scots.
and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I really enjoy about it, but it's too far away.
I've always wanted to go to Arizona, actually.
Well, Arizona is
cool.
one of those states that has the point all the way in the north, where if you stand on it, you can be in 4 states at
Yes.
once.
Yeah. The.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. That's something I've always wanted
It's what,
to do
Nevada, Colorado, New
Colorado.
Mexico, and Arizona?
Yeah,
right?
those
Those,
four.
those 4?
Now, would you move out with your cousin? Would you move with your cousin there?
See, yes and no. I wouldn't move out there like indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
Like-
Chicago, like it would be for
Yeah,
like,
it would
like
be-
a finite amount
Like
of time.
what she does now is like 2 years ago she moved to Georgia and lived in Georgia for a year, and because she is a speech pathologist, so she works in like school systems and stuff.
Sick.
So she will go sign a contract for a year with a school, work as their speech person, and then like she came home for a year, and now she's doing the same thing out in Phoenix. And then if she wants to, at the end of the year, she could renew her contract or say, you know what, no, and like come
Go
work
home
somewhere
and
else.
then yeah.
Or come home, or even go from Phoenix to a different city and go do
Wow,
that.
that's wild.
So, I think that's a good idea.
The thought of
Because
that,
that like
interests me.
gives you like you get to experience another state, another place to live,
Right.
and you can come home if you want to.
That is sick.
Yeah.
I definitely, if I'm moving far, I have to move out with friends.
Yeah.
Even if we don't live in the same house, we have to be within 10-15 minutes of each other. Like, oh, we're all in the same town, but like, let's say hypothetically, like you guys are like 15 minutes across town. But I know you're there though.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like a sense of security there.
Exactly.
There has to be something like that.
Going out there and thinking like, oh, like it's fine, I'll make friends.
That's
like,
hard.
That's
It's very hard
terrifying,
starting
and it's-
over,
yeah,
especially
it really is.
when you don't have school. Because school, people, they tend to forget how connecting school can be and how easy it is to meet. You have everyone is within your age range, and it's very easy in those situations to have social interaction and make a lot of friends. When you get out into the working world, it's way harder.
Yeah.
You get into a job,
Way,
right?
way
Most
harder.
people are not looking to make friends. We're here to work, or I'm trying to move above you
Some
for that
jobs
promotion.
don't even
Yeah.
really want you to be friends with
Exactly.
your coworkers. They like forbid it.
Or you do become friends with your coworkers, and then you find out they're not really great people.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's always easier if you move out with
You
a
sound like
few.
you're speaking from
It's
experience.
perfect. But like when you move out with a few people, right? Let's say we all move to Chicago, right? It's easier for all of us to acquire new friends while having us there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
all out in a group and we're meeting other groups of people,
Yeah.
and then we could splinter off and you can make your own life like that. But
Sure.
starting with other people to back
I
you
think
up
is
always
fan-
helps.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that a lot.
It's a scary
Yeah.
thought.
It is.
Moving up.
Well,
I just want a better job, man. That's my first goal, and then I'll figure out the rest, man.
yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. Baby steps, man.
Because you're looking to move out within like the year, man, right?
I'm pretty open or indifferent to anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it was.
I'm very lucky to have this space.
I love this space.
Yeah.
Dude,
great
I
space.
grew up in this space.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
What? What did you say?
So did I.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
No way.
This
So
is
we'll
your
see. I'm
home.
just gonna
Really?
keep grinding on YouTube, enjoying my life, hanging out with you guys, hanging out with lovely people in the chat.
yeah.
That'll be that. See where life takes me.
Want to go back to some donuts?
Yeah, we'll bang out some donos, wrap things up.
Jack Rose donated $5 and said, "Hey guys, how's this going? Dylan Cyber Dragon Kaiju deck complete."
Congratulations,
Oh,
Jack.
wow.
Thank you for the donation. Good luck with that Cyber Dragon deck, and I hope you win, man. Hope you win regionals.
I want to like include that GIF where it's like, I would like to see it, and like that's what I want. I was like, okay, because that sounds sick.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
Cyber
He
Dragons.
followed that up with $2 donation. Said, "See you guys. Have a good night. Going to bed." So I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you saw
probably
it.
Probably
Good
not.
night.
Good night, Jack.
Good
Thank you so
night.
much, man. Thanks for coming by.
Patrick donated $2 and said,
Thank
"What's
you,
up,
Pat.
everyone? That clone hero was awesome."
Oh, I'm gonna hopefully do that every week.
And he's your new patron, by the way, right?
maybe,
Pat,
is
Pat Karanjeet?
Pat Karanjeet, that was
That's
him?
him, yeah.
Yes.
That's him.
Thank you for being a new Patreon, Patrick. I appreciate it, and thank you for the
Yeah,
donation.
Clone Hero's sweet.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I'm going to download more of the things that Sam sent me, so I'm going to have a bunch of anime songs.
Yeah,
And
because you can't do the same 100 songs
just rip
every stream.
now.
Yeah, you gotta do some new ones.
But I can
You
do
did kill
songs.
that Naruto, man.
Thank you.
That was
I
great.
can do songs because some of them are pretty easy. I can do them at like 150%,
True, that changes
200%.
up, yeah.
Yeah. See if I can
It's like you
5-star
played
'em.
How to Save a Life at like
How to Save a Life at
600.
650%.
Yeah.
How to Save
Was
a Life.
that
And then I
after
go,
I went to
no, that's when you weren't here.
I missed it.
Yeah, you weren't
missed
here
it.
that night. It was
Yeah, first
Jordan.
we tried like 1500. That wasn't happening.
No.
And then so we worked our way
How to
down
Save a Life.
600.
Well, that became a meme because that was like the only non-anime Japanese song that I had
Oh,
in
you
that
did
set
play it?
list. No, I didn't play it, but every time I scrolled, you would just see How to Save a Life. You'd see like you kaiju's, whatever, and then How to Save a Life by the Fray, and it was just the best.
Classic.
Yeah, you should have
Classic.
played it for them at 6.
I should have.
The next stream. Keep
Maybe.
looking for that.
I kept
Maybe.
asking you to. You weren't listening.
Sorry.
Melinda Phantom donated £5
Melinda?
and just put a heart.
Oh, we love you,
Melinda's
Melinda.
awesome.
Melinda.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Melinda.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
stopping by. Liz donated $5
Thank you, Lizzie.
and said, "If you guys want a very hilarious anime to watch the dub of what is this? Konosuba?
Konosuba, yeah.
Konosuba.
Yeah, I've heard
It
good
is one of my
things.
favorites, and I would recommend it to anyone."
Yeah,
So
I've-
to watch the dub. It's
that's
funny.
it's Brad as anime.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
so-
heard good things. I gotta watch that.
You say it's Brad as anime?
Yeah, there's some anime that are like, it's Brad as HD.
There was that one
Maiden.
last night that you were doing that you said was very Brad like.
Bunny
Was
Girl
the lover.
Supper?
Yeah, is the lover one.
You said
Oh,
domesticated.
With the music video that was in the
Oh,
background.
domestic girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you were like, "This is very Brad is HD."
Yeah, while you played that, I was on a VC with you, and he's like, "Yeah, Brad has trash taste in anime," and he's like, and he admits it.
I don't know. I've heard that show was pretty good, but
Did he say Brad or did he say Fort? Forte, rather. I think-
probably Brad. I mean,
I think,
Forte,
I think he also watched Domestic Girlfriend, so I think he may
maybe.
have been referring
I don't know.
to
I've heard
Forte.
it's a good show.
You
but-
can correct me on that. I apologize if I misquoted you. I'm pretty sure you might have said that about Forte, but either way, apparently it's a pretty
It's etchy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got from the opening.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've seen of it. But I've heard it's a good show.
Hey, dude.
Jarek recommended it.
Yo, shout out Jarek.
Yeah,
Jarek's
shout out
behind me.
Jarek.
Didn't you just
Jarek was here earlier.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he still is now,
Oh,
but
good.
he was.
Dude, by the way, I saw his tweet. He got banned on HQ Trivia again. I support you.
Why is he getting
for-
banned?
I don't know, dude. He won and they banned him for cheating. Apparently, it's a whole thing.
Is he
It's
cheating?
out there. I don't
It's a
know. Is he
conspiracy.
cheating? I think they're conspiring against him because he's too good. He's
probably
a
it.
trivia
That's what it
king.
is.
If you didn't know that,
Jarek, we're with you, man.
Yeah.
We're with you.
in
dude.
solidarity.
Dill, do me one favor. Jump over to Streamlabs. There's a donation there that I can't see that someone just said. So if you want to read that one out.
That must be via like PayPal.
Yeah, that one I cannot read, but he said, "Did you read it?" And I can't see Streamlabs.
Well, I appreciate that.
So thank you for letting us know, TK.
Who dat? Was it his?
Yeah, he said it was his donation.
Yes, TK Digiboy. Thank you, my friend. Hey, Dylan, I remember you saying in one of your live streams, someone sent you the entire Zexel subbed. I'm having trouble finding Zexel subbed, my personal favorite season. If you have the link of what they provided, could you send it in a Twitter DM? Yeah, I
believe
definitely
that was
will.
you that said that.
No,
Was it you that sent me that?
No, it was-
You sent me season 3 of GX.
someone
Yeah,
sent
I
me.
got
He
GX.
swears by
Yeah,
that.
he
Someone
got
sent
the
me a torrent of everything subbed, Zexel wise. I will send it to you, TK. Just DM me on Twitter. I have not been on Twitter in like 2 months, but I will find the torrent and I'll DM it to you. But thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it.
Very much appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Dill. Patrick came back and donated $3. Said, "Any
geez.
tips on how to conserve money?
Dude, there's
Resist the urge. For big
open a
spending."
Yeah.
Roth IRA. No,
No,
I'm just
that's-
kidding.
no. Conserve money. Yeah.
Go out to eat less.
Go out
Meal
to eat
prep.
less, set up a budget.
Set up a budget for certain things.
Yeah.
Budgets are important.
Unnecessary, like luxuries. That was the
Yeah.
word I was looking for. Luxuries. A big thing, honestly, like for me at least, what I spend a lot of my money is like going out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So by like buying food for home and meal prepping, like your meals for the week, you save a lot of money. So that's
Yeah. You just have to not you have to just spend on necessities. I would, if you're really trying to conserve money, I would avoid credit cards personally.
Because debt.
It's very easy to rack up debt on credit cards, unless you're going to pay them off in full, which you absolutely should do if you're ever going to use credit cards. Mm-hmm. But debt is what you need to, and if you're in debt, try to pay that off as much as you can. You need to get out of debt before you can really start saving, which is not easier said than done. I know a lot of people have a lot of debt, but yeah, avoid credit cards because I think we spend more as humans when we're actually physically using cash. We spend less as humans when we're physically using cash as opposed to swiping a card in a chip reader. Because we were taught at a very young age that we trade a good for a good. And so with cash, you're giving away cash, you're losing cash to receive a service. With credit cards, you don't really have that same neurological feeling. You're getting the card back and you're receiving the item. So it's like you're not losing anything. So that thought of, I'm not losing anything, I think that definitely triggers more spending. And so using a credit card to spend online shopping, I spend way too much via like Amazon and stuff. Only spend on necessities. And whenever you make a purchase, think like, do I really need this? And usually the answer is no.
Yeah. But still, but that was something that you've been wanting to do for a long time.
I've saved my money for years. Yeah. And I had enough money where I knew I could make that purchase comfortably. But get out of debt. That's the hardest thing to do, but that's definitely the easiest.
Yes. I'm certainly in debt from school, but I'm very good at saving money.
Yeah, school.
And so I'm just paying those bills off, trying to put away anything I can do for, trips or anything we go on, and that's the best way you can do it. You have to resist the temptation.
Yeah.
That you have to always do that. It's just a psychological thing inside you.
Yeah. Hopefully that helped. Watch Dave Ramsey. I will listen to him every day of my life. So I definitely recommend him. Southern guy, Southern charm. Really good with money.
He's got a very nice voice.
He does have a very soothing voice, especially when he's yelling at you.
Yes.
Does he yell at you?
Well, he doesn't yell at me, but he just yells at
He yells at you personally.
He doesn't actually yell. He just he talks very aggressively.
Yeah, it's like listening to your dad if he was from the South.
Yeah.
Tell you about
literally though.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I can just go home and
he calls credit cards. He calls credit cards the cigarette of the financial world.
Wow.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
I could just go home
You
and
need
tell
that
my
credit
dad.
card though, man. You got to establish
My dad
your credit.
how much is my
yeah.
bank account, and he would just do the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, there you go.
Without a Southern accent.
But he's got the Italian, so that's a little more scary.
It's very
Southern,
scary.
Yeah, I would do Southern.
Very
I would listen to
scary.
Dave Ramsey. One of my favorite videos is, "Are you broke? Look in your driveway." That's a good video. I think that's the one I'm
Talk
thinking
about
of.
your car.
Yeah, well, just like car payments. How
Yeah.
a lot of it's really.
I drive a 1998 Subaru.
I'm not. 1998.
1998.
21 years
My
ago.
car can buy a beer. Yeah.
That is great.
I think that car is probably worth like $1,500.
It's actually on Blue Book. It's worth about twice that. I paid
Wow.
like 14.
Wow.
But it's worth about like 28.
That's good.
In
That's
good
funny.
in the condition that it's in.
Well, Pat, thank you for the donation.
Bam donated $2. Said domestic girlfriend good, the manga better. # team Hinda.
Yeah, he said that yesterday too. Bam, much love, man. Thank you for the donation.
On the domestic girlfriend topic, Sam wants me to read out the synopsis of that show.
Read it
Please
out.
read
He
it
left
out.
for you.
Yes.
Read it out.
So here's the first episode synopsis.
Okay.
The guy loses his virginity to a chick and is
Sick.
in love with the teacher at the same time. Dad remarried. Turns out the woman he's marrying's daughters are both chicks that he smashed before. And the teacher. A love triangle ensues. That's the first episode.
So wait, hold on. It's got an amazing opening.
And an amazing
great
plot.
plot.
Yeah.
And what are we doing, boys? We gotta react to this right now.
Apparently it's trash, but great trash.
Yeah, it sounds like great trash to me. The only kind of trash I like.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Threesome triangle trash.
That just reminded me.
No,
of
they don't
one of
have
the-
a threesome.
She was just like, that just reminded me of my past relationship.
And that's where I thought she was going, and I went, whoa, what has happened in your life?
No.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Oh,
Wait, now
my.
are we serious?
Oh, you know what? Do you know why that plot sounded so familiar? Because when I was on VC with you and Sam, they linked me to a video. I forget his name, but on YouTube, this guy like reviews anime. He's hysterical.
Yeah.
But it was like reviewing the dumpster fire that is Domestic Girlfriend. I was crying. It was so good. It's hysterical.
It's amazing.
But yeah,
it's a good plot.
It's a great plot. It's every teenage boy's dream.
Yeah, of course.
Oh Lord.
Plus the awkwardness, but
Oh my God.
No, it's great.
Insane donated $2 and said, "Did you see my comment of my idea for Yugioh 7?" I did not. Did you see that?
Control F that B. Insane.
Insane. Maybe
I don't know if he wrote it here because
He might have wrote it in the Road to
earlier
Yu-Gi-Oh!
he
7
wrote it
video.
in the Road to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7.
That video was actually a very bright spot in the last like 2 weeks of uploading. That video's done like really well.
In the dumpster fire that your channel's
Absolutely, in the
That's
dumpster
for
fire
sure.
of the filler arc. So insane. I must have missed that. I answered comments for like an hour, but literally what happens is I reply to all the comments on the page. I refresh, and it's a brand new page, but I also miss comments because there's so many comments that have come in that when the page refreshes, I don't see all of them.
Yeah,
So I do my best. But I've wrote down your username, and I will look you up as soon as the stream ends, and I will reply to you. So thank you for the donation and the comment. But yeah, that video is doing really good, and it basically just tells me that even if the videos don't do well during this filler arc, once Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 comes back and the daily content comes back, things will be back to
They're
normal.
thirsty for Yukio, man.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine. We're all
We
sad.
should write our own Yu-Gi-Oh! And that'll be the film.
Sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, I'm
The girl
Same
who's
old-
only seen 20 episodes of
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Girl, you
writes a
gotta
Yu-Gi-Oh!
get
episode.
through it. You gotta get through
It's
it.
a good idea. That's a
Jeez.
good idea.
Yeah, you're a 6
Have her write
there.
one.
Yeah, write one. Yeah, write the duel. She's gonna be our duel writer.
Dude, that'd be brilliant. Are you kidding?
It's gonna be
This might
interesting.
actually be a
It's gonna be
good
an
idea.
interesting arc.
Ooh.
Holy
A good
shit.
filler arc.
Hashtag
It is.
thicker arc.
Oh god. Oh my god. That caliber's gonna be on.
I like where this is going. I like where this is going.
Sam
Next
also,
dono.
Sam also wrote, then he fucks the teacher and she gets fired for being found out that she's fucking her student.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that all in the 1st
Didn't that
episode?
happen in Queens?
That's
That happens
all
in
over the
every
country.
school everywhere.
That's so it's based
We
on
had
a
a
real
few of
story.
those in our high school, man.
Yeah.
We had a few
Well,
stories.
technically speaking.
Yeah. No, we had one that was true, remember?
One was true.
And then one that we allegedly it probably had to be happening in our English class.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
And there's also one where there was a specific math and computer teacher who, like, nothing happened before she
And
graduated.
then he married.
and he
the
married her
students.
later.
Right,
Yeah.
that's right. Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
It's teachers, man.
He's the homie though. I love that guy.
Yeah, of course.
Shout
you
out. No,
do.
no, I'm not gonna say his name.
He has a Facebook page.
Big yes.
I saw him in a
Yikes.
Blockbuster back in the day though, right after I graduated.
Now
That's a throwback.
That's a throwback.
I
Yeah.
miss Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Me too. That
It was
used
just
to be
something
so
about
exciting.
looking through.
In
and
10 years, we're gonna have the same conversation about GameStop.
Don't you
No,
dare
we
say
are.
that.
No,
I
we
always
are.
say I prefer buying my game and having the case
Me
and
too.
the map and everything else, and everyone loves digital, man.
Yeah, well,
Everyone
we're also gonna have that
likes it.
same conversation through computer screen. We're never gonna see each other in person. Like,
Well, that's when he moves to
physical,
Munich.
Well, no,
That's
physical
what's gonna
interaction just won't exist anymore.
People are also gonna have this conversation in 4 years about Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when that was a viable channel?
Remember that when that channel was
I heard TV Tokyo shut it down.
In 4 years, no one's gonna be talking about anything because the world's gonna be done.
All right. Next dono.
Next dono is
Going
Bam
away.
again.
Thank you,
He
Brian.
donated $2. Said dono for Blue Maiden and Flamingo. Awesome people. Yes, the
They
two
are.
of them
They
were
are
writing in the chat and saying that it's hard to make friends. It always is hard.
No, it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Wherever you
It is.
go.
Absolutely
Yeah.
is.
But as I said to you guys in the chat, you, at least you have us as friends. We'll always be here.
Yeah, I do
So-
consider a lot of you guys friends, and I'm
Me
not just
too,
saying
yeah.
that to be like an annoying person. Like I genuinely do consider you guys to be
You
my
are
friends.
annoying. No, I'm
Well,
just
you
Like-
are,
like
but
a-
he's being genuine.
Like on a Tuesday night, like I can just put on the Guitar Hero guitar, and like, you know, back in the day, back in 8th grade, you know, I used to have concerts down here, but none of them would want to come and hang out.
That's
with
a
me.
lie.
So I would put that strap on, and I'd be like, another day of rocking solo, and I'd rock out down here, and they'd all be doing their own thing. But now, like literally, like at a Tuesday night at 11 p.m., I can put that strap on, and I can smile and click go live, and I know that there's gonna be plenty of you chatting with me and hanging out. And I gotta tell you, that means the world. So thank you guys so
Not
much.
once, but twice.
I
First off, that's a lie.
First of all, Dylan would literally be at Hangouts with us and go, you know what, guys? I gotta go home. My mom wants me home for dinner. Just disappear. He has a Madden game scheduled and just wouldn't hang out with us. So let's get that correct.
I would want to be with him to play guitar all the time, and he would always ditch.
That's not true. I had dentist appointments.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock at night.
And once a
On
week.
Sundays.
Listen. Now when I put that strap on. What's so funny?
Can someone clip that, please?
Please clip that and tag us.
Is Davis here?
Yes, Davis, he does.
Okay, Davis,
He
clip
literally
it.
just quoted, "I would put that strap on and go solo."
Clip it and-
Dylan 2019.
Clip into
What do you,
it,
I don't
please.
even get what you guys are saying. The guitar. Oh, you guys are sick.
There's no way you're that innocent that you just realized that.
The guitar, obviously.
You guys have dirty minds, man.
I can't breathe.
That's why I'm interested in something called Domestic Girlfriend, where he bangs his teacher.
Jared
and
recommended it.
Yeah.
What? And so it's Brad as HD.
A lot of
His
people are.
username was for a while. It's Bread as HD,
that's
and he reviewed Bread on his channel.
Is that
story.
true?
Is that a true
Yeah,
story?
before he became It's Brad as HD, it's Bread as HD.
Can we get him on to talk
And
about that?
he like reviewed like pumpernickel and wheat and rye, and he'd have different deli like meats on these breads.
Hold on. That's
we
brilliant.
should
Yeah.
do a collab video. I made zucchini bread back in the day. So
He
we
could
should
review your
we should get
zucchini
together
bread.
for that.
Yeah, no, it was.
Wait, who was that face for?
What face?
That's for my zucchini bread?
No. I loved your zucchini bread.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
corner.
You and John made a meme at it.
Yeah, we've listened to the audio. And the
Are we
Poconos.
doing that? I feel like we should make some kind of thing
Like
and do
stream
like
us
a
making
vlog
like a
for the
baked
Phil
bread.
Lord.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think
Let's
it'd be a
do
good
it.
time. Grand old time.
Luke wrote a random question. He said, which country would you guys like to visit and why? Japan. I've always said Japan.
Japan.
England, UK, United Kingdom.
I've been there, and it's awesome.
Good question, Luke.
No, just kidding.
Why?
Wow.
Just, I mean, say it's a beautiful country. You have the mix of the great countryside, the history,
That's
and then
why.
also can go into the city.
He did ask why.
He asked why.
No,
Oh.
no,
He asked why.
Yeah, but I would love to go to Japan.
Jared
question.
Rum said bread everything.
Bread everything.
Bread
True.
everything.
That could be the next
Yep.
one.
Oh, we got the big one.
Let's do it.
Brandon Salas donated $1. No comment, just donated.
Ah, thank you so
I love
much,
that.
man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Meg donated $2
Oh.
and said, "Love you guys" with a smiley face.
Oh, Meg, we
That's
love you
adorable.
too.
Like my
Like
cousin
who
Meg.
Meg? Yeah, like that Meg.
Was she
She-
she has work tomorrow morning?
No, she had a work meeting at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh,
So,
that's
wow,
lovely.
That sucks.
Well, otherwise she probably would have been here, but that's all right.
Yeah, she said that.
She's always welcome. Meg, we love you.
But thank you
for
very much
donating.
for watching and
Yes.
donating.
Definitely did not need to do that, but thank you.
Love you.
You're the bomb.
That is going to somewhere that's not part of the channel, that money.
Bam.
Bam
It's
donated
going up.
another $2
Thank you, Bam.
and said the anime mostly advertising for the manga.
Oh, really?
Does that happen often with
Yeah.
animes? That they're
Yeah.
just advertising for their manga?
Well, I don't know if advertising is the right word, but advertising is definitely not the right word. I don't know that situation. That's kind of an interesting statement. I don't know enough about Domestic Girlfriend to
You should. You should
give
know a
my
lot
take.
more.
I've never really watched an anime where I'm like, man, they're really pushing the manga. I feel like that's kind of hard to do because most anime are adaptations of the manga. So sometimes you'll get like a season ends and then I'll get like a quick screen that says read more here and then it's issues of the manga. But
That sounds like an advertisement.
yeah, but that's a very brief thing at the very end of the season. Like that statement makes me think that the whole anime is to advertise the manga, which is kind of interesting. It's like
Yeah.
saying the anime of Yu-Gi-Oh is to advertise the card games, which is pretty.
Which is true.
Yeah, so it's an interesting statement, but I'd like to. Yeah, that's interesting.
I love when comic books do that. Like when you read the end of one issue and you get to the end, it's like, hey, if you want to see more of the saga, here you go.
Yeah.
And then you could search all the other parts that connect to a story.
That's it.
Especially when they do big comic book events. I love that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Or they'll write notes in the bottom and they'll be like, if you want to see what they're talking about
Reference.
here, refer to here.
Oh,
And
that's
then you
cool.
Jump in. I
That's
like that.
cool.
It's very nice.
Yeah, that's
Comic
cool.
writers always doing it right.
Thank you, Bam.
And Davis did clip that on Twitter,
Okay.
so we'll be able to
Thank
see
you.
that.
God bless.
I appreciate it.
Bam once again keeps just lying. Okay, because he donates
Bam!
$5.
He's
And he said,
amazing.
Nick T, video for the channel, top queen scenes, which is all. Okay, Pete, love Clueless Gamers videos, want more, thank you. More to come, thank you very much. I always appreciate you following.
Can we do that for the...
No,
I'm sorry.
just let me finish
Oh, yeah,
it.
there's more. I'm
Dylan,
sorry.
Kate, the Yusei, and Aki of the channel.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
understand the
It's a
reference.
compliment.
It's good.
It's a JoJo reference.
Yeah, it's a.
Nice, dude.
It is
That
a
was
JoJo.
good.
It is a JoJo reference.
That was
Hey,
good.
show me some
That
love,
was
man.
good.
Oh, I would have, but it's alright.
What were you saying?
For the filler arc, can we do my top queen scenes?
Yeah.
I'll come over and.
I mean, I'm literally going to do a video analyzing the strip club at Soul Technologies.
There's
Right
no
now.
way you're gonna really do that.
Of course I am. Of course I am. I just don't know what to title it. A brief analysis of the strip club at Soul.
No, you have to do something clever in the title,
Yeah.
so people
Yeah.
click on it and go, "Oh, wow, this is really interesting."
Well, I don't wanna
and then
clickbait.
memed it. No, I want you to
Literally,
clickbait it.
that's
No, I'm
the-
not
I was
gonna
gonna
do
say
that.
that's the
Meme that.
definition of
I'm
clickbait.
not going to clickbait.
Why not? One video. This is the filler arc. This is the time to do it.
Clickbaiting is sinful. I'm not going to clickbait.
The real reason why I sacrificed himself. People are like, holy crap, they click on it. It's an analyst.
He got a disease at the strip club.
That's it. That's how you
And he
get
didn't
it.
want to live with it because he knew it would eventually,
It would get
kill
back to
him.
Yusaku. That he would find out.
Right.
That he was stepping out.
Yeah.
And that's why it happened.
Ooh, wow.
I'm excited to talk about that strip club, though.
So we'll do the strip club. We'll do my top queens. Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
gonna sit down and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
And I'll.
Well, he
script
said all the queen scenes are top, so it's going to be trouble ordering.
True. Well, yeah,
What's
we'll have to
more
order
important?
them. Yeah.
Bam,
I
thank
know
you.
my,
Great
my top
sugge-
5 off the top of my head. So we're
Great suggestions, Bam. Great suggestions.
Bam keeps the streak going, donates $2. He said, when's the Wet Dreams Everything podcast? Friday?
I do have a stream Friday where I'm probably going to open this box, probably like 1-2 p.m. I don't think we are ever going to do a stream.
What is the Wet,
Wait, didn't
Wet
that
Dreams
come?
podcast?
Didn't that come?
That
up as
did
a-
come up. Well, we talked about if we've ever had one. Caliber said multiple times.
That's when it started going off the rails.
Yeah. Have you ever had one?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember.
No, that means yes. Have you ever
I
had
was
one?
a child.
I've never had one.
Oh, he even said many times.
Caliber
He
said
couldn't
many
count.
times.
Yeah.
The concept,
Me as
yeah,
well.
I think
I
he
don't
said.
think I could think of
No,
it.
I
Maybe
never
when
have.
I was like young.
No,
I
never
can't
have.
think of
the
anything.
concept of it doesn't even make sense to me.
Why
Can
not?
girls get wet dreams?
No.
Oh,
I guess,
no, wait, why not?
technically, right? Yeah. But see, I don't have. I see any dream I have is really a nightmare. So like, I don't
He's getting
have
chased
anything.
by like these Mongolian death worms. in his
Exactly. Like
dreams.
I don't have. That's a good reference there.
Yeah.
Like I don't have anything that's usually bright and sunny in my dreams.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
have those
do I.
moments.
really
really.
sad, actually.
I know, dude.
If I do, I don't remember it.
Nick T's dreaming about.
I don't remember a lot
I'm
of
dreaming
dreams
about
either.
Queen.
Yeah.
But there was a brief time where I would remember the dreams when I wake up, and I would immediately, before I fell back asleep, I write the whole thing in my notes section.
I want a dream journal.
That just do you remember the dream I told you about?
Yeah.
When you- oh my god.
And so I would go back to bed and then wake up and I'd be like, oh my
That's
god,
smart.
what was that dream that I had? And
Yeah,
then I'd be
that's
like,
smart.
this doesn't even make any sense.
That reminds me, I forgot to tell you. In one of my dreams, you held Jordan and I hostage in my room, like
Are you
at
serious?
gunpoint. Yeah.
For what?
Recently, no
What did
reason.
I do?
No reason.
I gave you no reason.
Yeah.
And how did it end?
Well, actually, so this specific dream, I actually woke up like sobbing, because.
So I deeply psychologically
No, well,
affected
no,
you.
well, it was weird. No, because like, okay, so you had us at gunpoint in my room, even like through sleeping, and I ended up stabbing you in the chest with a pair of scissors. But at some point, I don't know how it like inexplicably you became my sister. Like no, like all of a sudden body switch.
Me and Sienna are just working
It's
together.
just Sienna.
dude.
All of a sudden, like, and then I like
I always knew I liked that
had
girl,
to
man.
like brutally like it was, and I like
I wonder if
punch her in the head
foreshadowing.
until like she like dislodged her. And I woke up sobbing.
Oh my
Dislodge
God.
Jordan?
No, like Sienna's brain. Like
You had
to save us.
You did that to my partner?
No, it was you though. She
No,
We were working
you
together.
played that illusion on him.
Yeah.
yeah, like all of a sudden like I was stabbing Pete and then
Oh my
all of a
god,
sudden it's
I
my
did the
sister.
Mysterio.
You did the
I was
Mysterio.
the one that set it up and I made you kill your own sister.
Yes.
Holy
But
crap.
it was a terrifying dream and I was like, fuck.
I've never woke
I
up
just
crying
killed,
from a dream.
I just killed I've
have.
a few times.
I never
I
have.
have, yeah.
I don't really dream though. I never dream.
Everyone dreams, you just don't remember them.
Do you believe that theory though? Because that's
I
just
do.
a theory.
Drew, we don't understand
A
a
game
lot of things
theory.
about dreams. It's a very
Thanks.
interesting thing.
For what?
If you watch and read books about them,
Oh yeah.
we really don't understand most
Oh,
of the
yeah.
No.
reasons why we dream.
Nope.
Yeah.
The brain is fascinating to us still.
Absolutely.
We don't know why. All right. Some people are commenting about their dreams. Luke apparently recently said he had a dream where we were all streaming and I was randomly talking about the Kree, which is a Marvel alien race.
Hell yeah.
That was just
dude.
his dream.
Yeah, the career's sick.
And Sam goes, "Dang, Nick T with that sadistic."
No,
dream."
dude, it was a like I later that
Did I
night
tell my
like ended
dream?
up crying to Jordan about it.
Yeah.
It was really bad. She can attest to that.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was really bad.
You cried to her?
Yeah, like I was like I had the worst.
You
dream.
showed weakness?
Yeah, all the time, dude. I cry on not a regular basis, but pretty
Yeah.
often.
I cry every day.
Men
I
don't,
like it.
men don't do that, so we get off the stream right now.
Oh shit, dude.
I'm feeding
It's
into
cathartic
stereotypes.
for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy.
No, it's nice.
It's a release.
Yeah.
What was your dream? You had a good dream.
I had so I don't remember all of the details about it, but
This is real, and this has to do with Calibro banging a lot of women.
Yeah.
That's literally what.
That's a true story, though.
She's met. I haven't even told Calibro this dream, so.
I forget like the context of it or what it was.
I think there was a party at your house.
There was
right?
a party at my house. Cal was there. There was a whole bunch of like girls that I'm friends with,
Literally-
or like not even friends with.
But literally, just
This could be a
think
true
about
story.
this. She's hosting a party. None of us are there. I'm not even there. Calibro's there.
Calibro's
What
there,
does that say?
and a whole
Says a
bunch
lot.
of people who I've like randomly been associated with in my life,
Right.
but not actually friends with. So I'm
I
like,
get that,
I'm
yeah.
like hosting this party. There's people there. They start like disappearing, and then I realize that there's like a line going up my stairs.
This is true. I mean, she told me this the next morning.
I walk up the stairs. I'm like, why are you guys like standing here? The door opens. My supervisor from work walks out of the room. And Cal comes out and goes, okay, next.
Oh my god.
That's
Dude,
amazing.
he's got a line. That's real life.
And her supervisor's like 50 years old.
No, dude.
Hey, man.
I don't think Cal discriminates.
Yeah,
by
there's
age.
no
I know I
Oh
don't.
my god.
Holy
Oh.
crap.
And that was a real, like, I woke up and immediately told you.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
incredible.
glad you did. That's could be a real life scenario.
That might, honestly, you might have told the future right there.
No, she-
Or
yeah.
the past.
Or the
That could
past.
happen.
Yeah.
That's so Raven.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, dude.
Jesus.
Great show.
That's an amazing show.
Oh, my God. Otis recently had a dream of a man shaking his daughter to death.
Oh my
See,
god.
other people have dark dreams.
Dude, yeah,
man.
Well, do we want to, before we conclude things on
There
this
is a
app-
few more donations.
Oh, are there? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to finish that.
We'll
last
wait, and then
one.
we'll bang out the donations at the end, because I want to get to Bam's big $20 donation, which thank you, dude.
Oh, I
Where
forgot.
he wanted
I
us-
wasn't thinking about that.
He wanted us to go around the table, say a favorite moment or our most impactful moment. I don't know. That's so hard,
That's
man.
hard, man, to come up with on the spot. You could do a whole.
I mean,
stream about
should
that.
we save that for the
I-
next After
I-
Dark?
Yeah, wait.
I would recommend
actually,
we save
yeah,
that.
because I think I
Yeah.
could give more thought into that
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I
We'll
would like
definitely
to
gotta
give more
remember
thought
that.
into
Yeah, we
it,
put that
yeah.
Brian, that will be the starter topic for the next After Dark, whenever that is, next week, 2 weeks from now. Okay. So we have a good topic for that.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And then I guess we'll finish up donations. We'll wrap things up here.
We're not starting with that shadow, please.
What are you
He
saying?
goes, what's a stripper surprise though?
Well, Caliber's
What
not
is
here.
stripper surprise?
Caliber's not here, so I can't
Yeah,
say it.
we don't know.
Caliber knows what it is, by the
He
way.
knows. He refused to answer that question.
Because he does know. It's true.
Next donut.
But he did right. That wasn't a dream, Kate. That was a vision.
That was a
because you're a
vision.
wizard.
Yeah,
You're a wizard, Kate.
I
Wizard.
believe that. I believe that.
TK also did another Streamlab donation. So
Oh.
you'll have to
Yo, be
check
on
those
that,
out.
bro.
Okay, my friend. Thank you, dude.
Thank you again for notifying me because I cannot see that. Only Dylan can.
Yeah, which death from the Barian Onslaught arc impacted you the most, or explicited a reaction out of you? Thank you, TK. I'm the only one that's seen the arc, so I'm the only one that can answer it. Great arc, not only in Zexal but in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. Ironically, not one of the Barians, but probably the most Barian-wise Vector. The most easily Kite, though. Kaito, I think, had one of the saddest moments in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! During that arc. That moon scene with the music, it was good.
Spoilers, by the way.
It's very good.
It's okay.
I use his dub name, so if you watch the sub, you won't even know who it is.
Oh, nice, dude.
I appreciate that.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm
we're,
always
we're getting there, bro.
I'm always looking at it. Thank you for the
You
donation.
sure you're not getting in trouble for using the dub name, though?
Bow.
When is the dub of Reigns coming out in the United States?
Probably never.
Before or after Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 starts
After.
in Japan?
After.
You really think so?
I don't even know if it's honestly gonna happen. I really don't. I've given up hope. I really have.
What
They're
a-
in the middle of season
what a
2 in
mistake.
Canada and Australia.
What a
So
mess.
weird. Just
Yeah.
so strange.
What a mess.
Sam asked a terrifying question to us.
All right,
I
well,
want to hear it.
He said, "What if me and Kate fused and joined bodies for a duration of 30 minutes?" I don't know how that would.
It
so
says
does
happen.
nobody ask that?
No. Sam Merrick asked.
That
Oh.
sounds like that's a
Like
Goku
me and you?
Vegeta.
Yeah, like so
fusion.
we're fusing, right? But like, what parts of which one of us is staying present?
Both of you.
Is it like a firestorm thing where like it's your body, but I'm inside
But you're
your
in my
mind?
head? Maybe. See, that I would be okay with.
I don't know
But
how
I
that
don't.
would work, man.
But I don't want to fuse any type of
But
my
you would-
body
no,
parts with
because
your
then no
body
one
parts.
would want to talk.
But
to
you would
us.
have
we
to
would
see
look like
him-
a monster.
Exactly, we would be terrifying.
Where are you going?
Where
with
are
You
this?
would have to see and feel everything that she sees and feel.
That's horrible because then what if we didn't? What if
And
she
she
couldn't
stares
tell
down in the
you?
eyes.
What if she couldn't tell you and then you guys? Oh my god, you guys went on a date or something?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
No.
It's date night.
I
Pete.
mean it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a firestorm way would be kind of
Firestorm,
cool.
yes,
It's
I
like-
would be. I would be
Especially
alright with that.
if we got superpowers from that.
Yes.
I would put up with you for that.
I
pictured,
would. I would too.
Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu era, Vegeta and Goku put the earrings on it.
I'm gonna straight up tell you right now, Nick T, as I've said before, I don't like the Boo arc, and so I'm not a big fan of Fusion. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna
Any
say it right now.
any update on episode 5? 5Ds
Yes,
the last
I
one?
did
Yes.
realize that I have to do a separate 5Ds episode 5 review because you stopped at episode 4. The other ones you did of episode 5. So the way where I'm going to link up all 3 episodes will be for episode 6 for all 3 shows. I have to do a 5Ds episode 5 one separately. 'Cause
Okay,
you
I mean,
shorted
if you want
it
to
by one.
start at 6, it's fine.
No, I'd rather do that. I'd rather just knock that out and then just move into the rest of them.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm OCD, so I want to just fill out
That's
the rest
fine.
of the list. If
That's
you're
fine.
cool with that.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Cool.
yeah, so that's
So-
going on. Yes, people are also. We did not forget. I imagine about the gun story. We will get back to.
Oh, we will get to that.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's a great story. For most of us, not Pete, but it's for most of us.
Goose Red, I had a dream about killing everyone around me just to get to the what was this? The Sharingan.
The Sheraton?
No, Sharingan. It's
Sharingan.
the
Shingami?
no.
What is
that's
a Sharingan?
It's a demon. In Naruto, it's one of like 3 different types of like magic eyes that like
Oh, okay.
have like crazy. But it's like an inherited thing.
Yeah.
And he
it's,
said
like,
he
these
woke up
crazy
with his
powers.
eyes hurting. LOL. What does your hat say, by the way? So.
Oh,
I'm
mine
assuming
says
you're-
doll. Oh, I was hoping someone would ask today. So this is an old hat. It says Dolly's. It was
Dolly Parton.
no DOLLYS. If you're like on band or even any form of streaming, great. It's actually one of my favorite bands ever. It was my friend's band, and they have unfortunately broken up, but for a very long time, like local or otherwise, one of my favorite bands ever. If you like the Beatles in any form, then this is the band for you. Dolly's.
Yeah.
So sick. So sick.
Thank you, Goose, for that donation and that great dream. I appreciate it, man.
Gustavo Jew writes that we could literally be called Kate in a combination of our names.
Oh, because Pete and Kate and Pete.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I'm mind blown.
It's just your
Literally any way we do that.
What about Peyton?
Yeah, well, actually, Davis did say that.
Yeah,
Pete
I like
could
Peyton.
also work. I like Pete.
Yeah.
Pete
Pete,
is cool
works.
too.
Do you want a hero named Pete, though? Rescuing you? That's a little-
Yes.
What I do want to hear is the gun story.
Well, we have more donations.
We have more
before we get into
donations,
that,
more
bro.
comments. I don't know. It's up to you, boss. You run the stream.
Let's do the gun story and then we'll finish
And
up
then,
donations.
I think that's a great idea.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
you want me to start off this, or do you want to intro them into the gun story?
You know, I don't know enough about the gun story. Basically, the story is that Pete was held at gunpoint via
By the
police.
Not just one, but 7 of them.
That was a good
Well, I
time.
don't-
All had their guns out.
It was a good time.
So, you, tell the story, because you apparently look like a drug dealer in the area.
Okay, so I got off work at like probably 11 o'clock, so I went home, took a shower, ate, all that stuff. So I was going to Meg's for the night, right? And so,
So you were staying in her house?
yeah, so
Oh.
I was staying there. So I drove
Okay.
there, and that day in particular, the whole street was filled with cars like it normally isn't. So my
Yeah.
normal parking spot was just taken up, couldn't park in the driveway, nothing. And so I was like, ah, damn. So I pulled around the corner, and there was like a fire hydrant there. I pulled a little bit past that, and so it was like a 5-minute walk back to her house. So I walk all the way back to the house, and I'm wearing, for reference, I'm wearing all white, like complete all white on a summer night, like
Yeah.
Swagged out.
like everything. Like there's no reason that you would think anything. Like
Did you have a gold chain on, too?
I did not have a
Okay,
gold chain.
okay.
I was not wearing anything Gucci.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Damn it.
And so I walk all the way to the house, and
No
she's
cloud.
she's like on a
Zero
main
cloud.
road.
She is on a very busy road.
Right. So I get to the house, and one of the cars must have left in the 5 minutes that I walked back up to the house. And I was like, ah, damn, why have my car around the corner all
me
night?
just pull it there.
I could just pull it right in front of the house. So I'm like,
Simple,
I'll just
yeah.
turn around, boom, she doesn't even know I'm here yet, and I'll just go grab my car. So I turn around in her driveway, and as I do that, a cop is passing by right on this main road here. And so as I'm walking back to my car, I see the cop at the end of the street, gets all the way to the end, and he turns around.
Never a good sign.
And so
Never
I know
a good
immediately, just on past experiences I've had in my life, I've never had good interactions with the police. I know immediately this is about me.
Remember what I said?
And so I walk around the corner, and I could feel him driving behind me. Like, I know this is happening. I'm just acting calm, walking normal. You don't want to do anything that might, incite
Yeah, you don't
him.
want to like turn around and be like.
And so I have my wallet in my left, gym shorts pocket, and my phone's in my right pocket. My keys are in my right hand. So that's the only thing I have in my hand. And so I'm walking, and I'm about 10 feet from my car, and I hear the cop stop behind me. Spotlight comes on, and he says, "Hey, hold up there, son." And so I'm like, here we go. And so the cop gets, and he was like probably in his mid-30s.
Yeah,
like, he's what?
That's
He's
just
12 years older than me or so.
Yeah.
He could be your father.
It's some distorted world. And so he gets out of the car, and so he, goes, "Oh, suspicious activity, blah, blah, blah." He doesn't even say that actually at first. He just goes, "Oh, what are you doing around here?" And I was like, "Oh, my car is literally right there." And I go, "Click, click," and I click it. So my, my car goes off.
That's what he says. He goes, "Click,
I go,
click,
click, click, click. No, it should not make those sounds. And so I'm like, yeah, my car is literally right there. I'm moving it. I'm staying over a friend's house. I'm literally just moving my car over there to a better parking spot. And he's like, "Oh, well, we're going to have to check you out or whatever. We're going to have, you get some kind of, ID out. We're going to need to ask you some questions, blah, blah, blah." And so you're not getting out of this at any point. There's no point of arguing in this situation. So,
yes,
okay,
course,
yeah. And so as that happens, especially in these local townships around us, these cops have literally nothing to do. So when an incident like this happens, like this, you will have 4, 5, 6 police officers show up because they have nothing to do.
Yeah, they want to see what's happening.
Yeah, check it out.
I have 4 squad cars pull up, which includes the original cop that stopped me, from 2 different townships. Okay, so clearly everyone's bored. And so I'm on the main roads here, then you have the corner that I'm stopped on. So the cop is hanging just around the corner, the original cop that stopped me. You have 2 more cops on the main road a little bit down, about like 40, 50 feet from me. And then you have another cop that came from the other direction, right? So I'm squeezed on all sides. You have houses back me. Like, there's nowhere you're going. And so the first cop, after he's asking me some questions about, what I'm doing, blah, blah, and I'm explaining the exact thing I just said to you guys, he asked, "Hey, can I see your ID?" So I said, "Okay, officer." I was like, "It's in my left pocket. Okay, that's where my wallet is. It's where my license is. Like, can I go get that?" And so he says, "Yeah, sure, no problem. Just, go slow. Like, don't do anything rash or whatever." And I said, "Yeah, no problem." And so I'm staying pretty calm. I'm pretty calm throughout the whole thing. And so the second cop that pulled over here was getting out of his car. So maybe he did not hear the officer's first instructions about that. So as I go to reach for my wallet, he immediately pulls his service weapon. And so now everything stops. And so I go, "Whoa!" And so my hands go up. I don't touch nothing. My wallet's still in my pocket, everything. And I'm like, "All right, let's everybody chill out for a second." I literally said that. And I was just like, "That officer," and so I go like this, I pointed like that. I was like, "That officer told me to get my wallet. It's in my left pocket." That's literally all I was doing. And surprisingly, throughout all this, I'm like strangely calm.
Well, you were ready for the end.
It felt like that. Like, my heart is not racing like it should. Like, nothing is happening.
Jesus
and maybe it's
Christ.
just because I'm used to it. Like, I don't know. And so hands are staying up or whatever. And so the cop is like, "Yeah, you can have it." And he has his weapon out the whole time. So now it's a little concerning. So I go grab for it. I asked him, "Do you want to take it out of my pocket?" And he said, "No, it's not necessary." And so I go take it out. The officer lowers his weapon over there, but he still hasn't holstered it, so he's still holding it to his side. Right. So it doesn't make me comfortable in this interaction whatsoever. And so I gave it to the first officer, and my hands went right back up because I don't want them to think I'm doing anything or anything whatsoever. And so they're taking apart my wallet, they're looking at my school ID, my license, all this kind of stuff, all this
taking the cash out of your wallet.
Taking
into
down
the
your
baby.
credit card
numbers.
numbers.
That's what they did today.
Don't
Doing
forget the
some
3 numbers
Amazon
on the
purchases.
back.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. And so
don't forget the 3 numbers on the back.
The original cop has all my stuff, my wallet, everything, right? He goes, "I'm going to have to go check this out. Where does your friend live?" So, I give out Meg's address. And so he's like, "All right, I will be right back in about 10 minutes or so." So now I'm staying with the original cop whose weapon is still out, but he's not pointing it at me, but it's still down. Yet the other 2 cops have moved closer to me, and so now I'm surrounded. And my hands are up this entire time as this interaction is
That
going
gets
on.
tiring.
Oh.
Yeah, but in that moment,
you don't
want to do that
Yeah.
because you don't want them to think you're doing it.
No, I know.
Especially if he's on edge as it is. And so I'm sitting there for standing there for the 10 minutes or whatever, And I'm just, trying to create small talk with the officer that has his weapon out. I'm just like, how's your night going? How long was your shift? This officer's giving me nothing.
No, they don't
Like, he doesn't want to
talk.
have any conversation with me whatsoever. He doesn't want to make me feel comfortable in any way. Nothing. Very short answers. Oh, long shift. I'm supposed to be getting up at 4. Oh, it must be rough, blah, blah, blah. And so now it's just awkward silence as we're saying that. Even the officers are not talking to each other. So, like, it's really
Very
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
And so about 10, 15 minutes goes by, and the original officer comes back. He hands me all my stuff. And he goes, all right, so, we went to check it out. Your story checks out or whatever. You have to understand with all this BS that, there's been a lot of, vehicle burglaries in the area. And so when we saw you turn around the driveway and I was passing by, I assumed that you turned around because you were going to do something to a vehicle of that house. And you saw me and you calmly turned around. I said, no, obviously it was nothing like that. As I stated, I was just moving my car. That's why my keys were here. I was like, officer, I'm wearing literally all white. Who would be robbing things in all white in the middle of the night? And that was my side of it. So I get to the house, and so Meg and her brother is there, Rob, and so they're dying laughing, right? So they think this is funny, but they don't know my side of the story because I'm around the corner out of sight.
So
they didn't
have
see
no idea you
any
got
of the
a gun pulled
interaction
on you.
that went on. And so they're like, they're explaining the story of just like, Meg answered the door, think it was me, wondering why I have like my flashlight on because the officer was like shining the flashlight in the door as he came up and everything else.
He went to the house.
No, yeah, and he asked like he had the license and he was making her read out like what's this kid's name, like what's his height, what's his hair color, like all the stuff. Like you wanted everything.
Good thing it wasn't like a Tinder hookup. That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been
Imagine,
bad.
like that's
really
she
bad.
answered that.
Based on his
Lord.
picture, he's probably
He's
like
Pete from
5.
Tinder.
Yeah.
His bio says 6'4",
Yeah, I just met him today.
blue eye.
And no, we're not describing Caliber. And so, well, the cop would have let Caliber go. This would have never.
Yeah,
happened.
no,
He would have been able to sweet talk.
Caliber would have known the
It would have
cop.
been a female cop that was there, and he would have been able to sweet talk her. And so Meg answered all these questions or whatever. A cop leaves, and then came back to me. And so then when I get there, I'm explaining that like, wasn't that funny around the corner over there?
Right.
Like, they were holding a gun to me and everything else. It was just a shitty experience where I was surprisingly calm throughout it. I guess I was just ready to meet my maker.
Yeah.
But like, it's amazing because it's nothing compared to like what people go through. And so like, for me to have that experience, I always feel bad for other people that have those experiences, especially
People
as you
who
get-
aren't white.
No, yeah, especially African Americans or anyone of color, any minority. I understand because if you were in that situation, there's honestly a good chance you probably would have gotten shot and not just held at gunpoint.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
talked to many people after, and I always sympathize with that. I'm not a fan of the police, and I hate to say that, but I'm just not. I've had very, very negative interactions with them over
You
the years.
have. That's a job where you need people that you can trust. And there are we've had some great interactions. The Brookdale cop that one time, he was a really nice guy.
Fun, yeah.
And it just sucks that like that's a job where if you have even like 5% of people that are employed in that force that are just not great people,
The rest of
it really like it really saturates it. Because there's shitty people in every single
Of course.
occupation, but that's one where the risk is just so much greater.
Yeah. I vividly remember like I've read, I don't know what the context was, but I was on Reddit and it was like a conversation about police and like that joke I made about like all cops are bastards, ACAB, and then like someone was like giving a good experience of a cop they have or whatever, and I don't know if this one comment was ironic or like not, but it was like, I know you may, some of you may have friends who are cops or family, or maybe you should have had good experiences, so you may think the term really just applies to some cops are bastards, but no, all cops are bastards. And I was like, wow, this guy's really just doubling down.
That's punk, man.
So
I love it.
Just remember what I said tonight.
Anyway, that's Pete's
ACAB.
story. We're
Yeah,
glad-
it was something. I hope you enjoyed
We're
it.
glad you did not get shot. I think I speak for everyone.
Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Well,
Not Kate. Kate wouldn't feel that
It's
way.
the
Kombucha girl.
She was in one of my videos recently.
Yeah.
you actually put
Yeah, I
the
put her in.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
About
did.
the Vrains being a
great.
top 5 anime of 2019.
Well,
No. Well, like I have her reaction with the quote, Vrains is a top 10 2019 anime. No. Well,
I love it.
That's a great one. Yeah.
so I guess we will wrap this up, read a few more donations.
Yeah, you have some good comments that,
Yeah, looking forward to it.
that are going in here. Yes, people do profile all the time. I agree. Shadowrum goes, quote, "Hey son, can you take off your hat?" Pete, not alive.
Not alive. That's good.
No chance on
He also commented, Cal would have handcuffed the female cop. Yes,
Wow,
and probably
dude.
some.
That's yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, it was something. It wasn't a fun experience. I've had.
You had a lot of
I could
runs.
have a whole. We could have a whole After Dark stream once about my interactions.
It's funny because like I've all the bad experiences you've had. Like there was a year on my car which like, actually probably was it last year? Just total shit. For whatever reason the headlights kept going out, the taillights kept going out, and every cop that would pull me over like for 5 consecutively. Like, he'd be like, okay, get your headlight replaced. I'd be like, okay, not do it. And then eventually I even did do it and it went out again. And I would give them, like, the same story. And it's like, they were like, maybe it's just time for your car. And they just wouldn't give me a ticket. They let me off. 5, like, separate cops, 5 separate instances over months. Until I got my first ticket for it. Like, they were all just like, they almost, like, pitied me. They're like, wow, your car's a piece of shit.
That might be what it is.
Like, it was
At least
so
you had
good.
that.
That's funny.
Yeah, like, one was like, yeah, it sounds like an electrical issue. Maybe it's time for a new car. I was like, I think you're right, officer.
They would have like Mr. Vaccaro stepped out of the car. That would have been my experience.
It's amazing.
You want to get back to some donos?
Yeah, we'll finish them up.
Bam donated $2 again and said manga is ongoing and the anime has no plans for more.
Gotcha.
So it's sort of, okay.
That's why. Okay, cool. I'm sure it'll get renewed. Bam, but cool.
Sure, especially
So-
if they're advertising it in some
Yeah,
kind of way.
that makes sense then.
Goose donated $5.
Goose.
It says, considering going to Japan for Dirty 30, what ideas or places would you all have for Japan if and when you all go? Definitely catching a Pokemon, though. Definitely get
yeah.
Farfetch if you're there.
Yeah. Dirty 30. I didn't know that was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's
For you
cool.
it is.
Well,
Wow.
on top of, like, Tokyo, obviously,
Yeah.
there's Gundam Base, which is, like, the real deal. And, I just want to go see, like, rural Japan. Honestly, like,
I
that's
want to
I care about
I want
the
to see
most.
where the samurais were,
Yeah,
man. I want
dude.
to see that history.
That's what's up. That's what I want
See
to
some
do.
shoguns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I want to see. I would definitely, if I was going, make a more like legitimate list of
Yeah.
places.
I want to go
hit.
to visit the plant. What was it? Fukushima.
Yeah, yeah. That's also just even riding the train there would be crazy because
Yeah.
it's just so high tech there with that high speed train.
Yeah.
It's the first of its kind. So that'd be awesome. Bam, of course, donated another $10.
Jesus, dude.
And said, "I'm just as bad as Cal?" ? Back in my college days, used to have a world map and put a pin on parts of the world that girls that I, let's just say, been with were from. Once again, you guys are awesome.
Dude,
So
that
you're
is a
literally
baller.
you're Barney Stinson. He literally did the
Yeah.
same exact thing.
Dude,
Honestly,
that's
I think
right
he's
there.
better than Cal.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he's done that.
He might be.
Bam's going international.
He's
Yeah.
going international.
Yeah, Cal didn't do
You
that.
charge for shipping.
Because you got to remember, Cal, as we all say,
Hashtag DHL.
peaked in high school. So
did.
in high school, there
There
were
was only American girls.
right.
That we know of at least. And he dabbled in some of
at
these.
DJ's party. There's that girl from Sweden. Caliber's never made a
I don't know
push.
if she's Swiss- yeah.
Is it Sweden? It's
it
sweet.
Sweden?
It's I always forget.
Maybe
Man.
it's
She's so sweet though.
Cal's never made a push.
No, he did not. I think he's afraid for the international man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so
He's
used to his demographic in America. What if he
Sorority
gets rejected?
girls, 18.
You know what they say? Low hanging fruit. You know, like that's Cal's.
You have to think about it, like when you look at your analytics, right, for a video,
I do look at my
and you
analytics.
see the likes and dislikes from every country, right?
Sure,
the percentage,
I like to analyze
He
that.
doesn't want 0 likes, 1 dislike for one country. That's
Right.
100% dislike.
You're
rate.
right.
He can't risk.
So
it.
he doesn't trust his own ability to perform.
I think so.
international.
I think he
Yes,
needs
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
he needs someone international
He
like
needs easy
to tutor
targets.
him. You know,
Or
what I
he
mean?
needs ED medicine.
Also possible.
I don't think that.
I don't know,
Based
man.
on his numbers, I don't think he has an issue with that.
Not yet.
Yeah. Right, thank you, Bam. You're great. That's a big donation. Thank you, dude. Jeez.
Flamingo donated $10.
Oh, that's another big donation.
I
Thank
used
you.
to live in a basement with no doors or walls, and I'm paranoid, so I had this one dream that was me laying in my bed, but it was like I couldn't move, and there was just rising, eerie tension.
Dude, I used to get sleep
That
paralysis.
might have
I
been.
do
that
get
might have
sleep
been-
paralysis.
yeah,
That
that-
just like gave me the
Well,
bad shit.
no,
horrible.
yeah, well, it could have been real, but also like I've had dreams where I'm like it place I would be in reality where I just cannot move. So like I can relate to the.
or where you're
to
running
the
really
sleep-
slow from
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you
you
can't
like,
speak.
or you punch and
Or-
it just doesn't. It won't land. It's just like flub. It's like I've had like
Or
it's
you're
like
like
trying
you're
to
like
defend
trying
myself.
to run to get to something, and it
It's
just
farther,
slowly
yeah.
gets further.
I've never
wait.
experienced that.
That,
but-
oh really?
Yeah,
I've never
those are all
experienced the
common
punching
dream
thing.
That
Thanks.
literally happened to me 2 nights ago.
Yeah, see, like I don't dream enough to have these. I haven't experienced most of that. I haven't experienced
Yeah.
sleep paralysis either.
Sleep
but-
paralysis is scary, so I can
Yeah.
relate. And especially living, like sleeping in a place like that and having it, I can feel the like uneasiness from that. So I get it.
Yeah.
Scary.
Thank you for the donation. Flynn.
That'll be me though. I'll be living in a basement for a while.
Yeah. Shadow.
That'd be nice though.
Yeah, it'll be
That'd be nice.
privacy.
It'd be privacy.
The Shadow wrote the cops Nick T felt so bad for you they were going to pay to get you a new car.
The one guy in Shrewsbury, I think, was going to. He pulled me over like in some parking lot. He's like, "Ah, man, I feel for you." Like, I think he was ready instead of like he was writing. I was like, "Ah, he's writing me a ticket."
writing you a check.
He was writing me a check.
I mean, we've got pulled over 7 times just playing Pokemon.
Let's play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Go.
We've had that. We had 2 in one night once.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really nice about it and like, oh,
Remember that one cop that was disgusted?
Yeah,
that we were playing
that's what-
Pokemon?
was
Calibro
in
and
my-
I,
in my
Calibro
invoice.
and I, he followed us for about 10 minutes, pulled us over, and I said, honestly, officer, we're playing Pokemon Go, and we showed him the app, and he didn't even take my license or anything, and he just goes, you guys need to find something better to do with your lives, and walks back to his car.
That was it.
And Calibro's like, would he have rather us been dealing cocaine? Like,
Yeah, I think
what?
he'd rather. We had the guy in the Best Buy parking lot too.
The
Remember
guy in the
that?
Best Buy parking lot was pissed.
He was another one that was so pissed.
Most of the, the other
Most of them
half
are really happy.
are
Like,
really
oh, the
chill,
game
like,
my daughter plays, and
yeah,
they
like,
laugh.
oh, that's
it's like a
awesome,
good
man.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them
We got that in that same parking lot once.
Yeah,
Remember?
where we
We're playing
played
Foursquare, and we got isn't that the game my daughter
Yeah.
plays? And we were like, come on, man.
And he like had a good life. Like, you stay out of trouble, guys.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. That was an interesting group we had.
That
though.
was very weird. With Cole.
Yeah, it was
like,
Cole, Michelle.
Michelle.
That's
Oh,
right.
fuck.
Evo too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Yeah, when?
that was back when
Silly.
Go Vongo.
Sam, Stardust Nobody,
Yes.
donated his
homie.
$3 Australian.
Thank you, Sammy.
He said, "Dill, remember my dolphin dream?" ? Also, you watched those OPs, the openings.
I have not yet, Sam. I do apologize. Let me make a note of that.
What about the dolphin dream?
Yeah,
You
did Sam
remember
have
the
sex
dolphin?
with the
dream?
dolphin?
I do vaguely remember it.
Sam had sex
You
with
can't
the
even remember someone else's dream.
No, but that was like years ago. He told that this was not like recently. This was probably like I think this was still when Arc 5 was going on. Sam, DM it to me, man. I don't remember, but DM it to me. I remember the dolphin dream. Like I just don't remember the details of it. Oh, I just got an email.
From whom?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything YouTube collaboration. Let's see.
Your video has been blocked worldwide.
Dear Sir / Madame, this is Kathleen from Beautiful Fullaho.
Oh, okay. It sounds
Beautiful Halo, a professional online store offering latest anime, meme apparel, and comics. I got your email on your YouTube. I'm writing to ask if there's... Actually, this doesn't seem pretty legit.
Yeah. You should give your social security number.
That's how you.
Usually when someone says, oh, Dear Sir /
They know
Madame...
nothing about you.
Yeah, that's usually how you know it's not. I get emails like that probably like every 3 days or so.
Wow. Oh,
This guy, man.
a big shot.
Sam, thank you for the donation.
Yeah, that's a big shot, man. David Zenos donated $2 and said, "Dill, would you consider Duel Links content?"
Yeah, that's something that I'm definitely going to explore. I have, you guys can vouch to it, Friday, the pack opening, the box opening, and then Saturday, Legacy of the Duelists. I'll be playing that.
Oh yeah.
But I want to start streaming like consistently, like 4 or 5 days a week. And maybe
Might as well.
maybe I'll alternate between like Clone Hero, Legacy of the Duelists, Duel Links, and just stream it, have fun with you guys. So Duel Links is definitely something that I might stream and get into in the future. Don't think I would do content as in making like videos on it, unless I like really fell in love with the app. But maybe to play a stream one night, I would definitely consider. Yeah.
That was fun when you did that. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Davis came back and donated another $2. Said, "Pete, you're Alfred from Post Malone's Rockstar vid." Yeah, I mean, it pretty much could.
No, yeah.
It
I like that. That's a good video.
Yeah.
Actually. I like
Thank
It
you,
didn't
Davis.
matter to the police. Trust me. And that, at the moment, wraps up donations. We have some comments if you would like.
Yeah, read a couple
Read
comments.
some comments.
Friend Lucero here wrote, "Okay, so I'm obviously not the only nerd because I always call her a nerd in real life." And she said, "Fuck yeah, that whole room is amazing." Yes.
Oh,
Dylan
yeah.
does make
Oh,
an
this is-
amazing room.
Wait, who is
Yes.
this person?
who's
Friend Lucero, it's Meg's friend. Came
Yeah,
in.
I know her.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Now, if you could see that over there
Yeah,
on the other
well,
side of the
yeah.
camera,
Yeah.
you'd be pretty impressed.
Let me turn it.
You're gonna turn. Oh, we're gonna do the turn.
I'm gonna
Wow,
turn.
this is
Doing
a
the
rare
live.
turn.
A friend
Doing the
of
turn.
Meg is a friend of mine. Let me
Oh,
turn it.
look at
Wow,
what you
that's
got, this poor boy.
Yeah, this is
doing.
a rare moment. Usually this camera is very static, and now we're going
good.
dynamic, baby.
We're
All
going.
right, let's
I like
turn
that.
it. We're turning it.
To dynamic. Ooh, man, this is something.
I wish this screen was on so I could see that in real time because I have no idea what Dylan's doing.
We'll get there. Get that on that time
One's like-
delay.
Now, how does it look on the screen, Pete?
It hasn't gotten there.
Yeah,
It's
just-
a,
yeah,
it's a
just-
huge
yeah, but
time
hold on,
delay.
hold
Kate hooking us up with a live view.
Yep.
It should be able to.
Looks good.
Yeah, you can see
Good
it.
enough.
Good enough. It's probably not focusing too well on the brightness.
No, but you can still
can't-
see
yeah,
what
you can
the
still see
magnificent
what it
wall.
is, but
It doesn't do it justice, man. I'm telling you. But
yeah.
that's a big reason why a lot of people
dude,
like.
you're butchering this right now.
How are we? You
We're
know what?
sideways.
Ooh.
It's okay.
No, guys,
Oh,
I'm
there was an
sorry.
earthquake here in New Jersey. We're all okay.
Are we good now?
A little bit like.
Oh, now Pete's
No.
out. What is going on?
No,
here?
I'm
You
not
screwed
needed,
it
don't
up.
I know.
That's good, but it's like sideways. It's a little wobbly.
How about now?
Perfect. Perfect.
It should be fine.
That should be- that
Okay,
should
we're
be
doing the
okay.
outro. We're doing the outro.
Yeah. 'cause
Shadow
I'm-
killing it today in the comments
I'm
when
you.
Pokemon Go becomes Pokemon Stop.
Yo, that's good. That's good.
That is good.
That's
Oh, I
another
didn't
good
know.
one
I'm
there.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Sam said the dream was he had a dolphin girlfriend. She looked like a human, acted like one, but we had to put her in water every now and then, or she died. She ended up dying.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
yo,
It was like H2O, man.
Say,
I remember
that
that
shit? Dude.
That's funny, man.
I was gonna say
I remember it now. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be kind of sick though.
Yeah.
No,
On
what
that
makes her
note.
specifically a
No,
dolphin?
we got a couple more comments.
Okay.
Liz had a story.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
hear this
Okay.
story.
So Liz, I don't know if you're still here, but she said, another story I have is when my dad was younger and learning how to drive in a parking lot. And his dad said he was ready to take the road. So my
Fair.
dad was turning out of the parking lot, but he forgot to turn the wheel back and slammed the right side of the car against the guardrail and destroyed that side of the car.
Dude, that's
His
rough.
dad then said to him, I think that's enough for today, and never brought it back up again.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude, that is rough.
That is a story. Liz has some good stories, man.
Liz has been killing it. We definitely missed you. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been good fun.
It's really good having you back.
And at the moment, that is all
Wow.
major comments.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
we love you. We hope you had fun. Thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, wherever you are in this lovely world. Kate, thank you for coming on. Nick T.
No.
Always.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
she's in the seat. She's
That's
in the
true.
captain's seat.
That's true.
Kate
Well,
from
really,
Yugioh
you
everything.
guys aren't
Kate from
coming
Yugioh
on. You're
everything.
really part of it. Pete, thank you.
I'd like
Dude,
Do you guys have
thanks for
anything
having
to promote, by the way? Anything to shout out? You're starting a SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Your rap career?
Oh, I get.
Well, yeah.
So I mentioned the last time I was on stream, but I'll give a bit of an update because the whole studio thing this past weekend went really well. I do have at least one session in 2 weeks, so I'm predicting closer to the end of the year rather than like just a month. So keep an eye out. If Soul Exchange Music is here, he's gonna get that advanced copy for some reviews if he wants it because he's been DMing me about that. So keep an eye out.
I'm
That'll
excited
be
for
great,
you.
man.
All streaming platforms.
Yes.
excited, man.
And Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a channel, as you guys know, Clueless Gamers. Do content over there. Legacy reviews on Dylan's channel for your older Yu-Gi-Oh shows are coming this week, so if you're interested in that.
Hell yeah! I'm
Yes.
so excited
Check that
for
out.
Yes.
You know, we did have two more things happen.
Okay.
Flamingo has just become a member.
Oh,
Oh
sick,
shit, Flamingo, thank you. I put an extra emoji of Calibro as the 10th emoji, just as a placeholder in case we went below 30. So I am going to be adding Pete as an emoji very soon. But Flamingo, thank you so much, my friend.
the
I really
best.
do appreciate that. Thanks for coming by.
Oh my god. And then Bam,
Yes.
of
Oh my
course,
gosh.
donated another $5. Said, need to give Nick T a ride in my 86 to feel initial D.
Dude.
Pete, favorite comic book issue. Nick T, favorite band album. Dylan, favorite card you don't have.
Favorite card.
Favorite comic,
Ghost Rare Black Rose Dragon. I
Wow.
wanted to get the Ghost Rare. I even bought
Gotta
that
get it,
$200 box, Crossroads of
Tried to
Chaos.
get it.
Couldn't pull it.
Dude. One, I would love a ride in the 86 to feel like we're street racing. That would be awesome. Favorite band album is incredibly tough.
comic is tough
But you know
as
what?
well.
I will say one thing because I did get it tattooed on my body for a reason, so it must be at least the top
Take off your
five.
shirt.
Strip it,
Wait,
strip
hold
it.
on.
No, it's on my
Yeah.
arm. God damn. It's this tattoo here for
Oh,
those who
brand
can
new.
see. It's brand new. The Devil and God are raging inside me. It's very important. I don't know if they can see
You can
it.
stand up.
It's very important
They
to
can
me.
say that.
So that would be the one. If it changes all the time, but if I had to pick one to give a good answer, that would be the one.
One of the comics I always go back to is the Thor run of the God Butcher. That 12-issue run is absolutely fantastic when they rebooted Thor. So
God,
you ever-
I know you love God,
yeah,
but
love that.
So
have
much.
the book, even the stuff after with Malekith and everything else. Definitely, if you love Thor, give that a read.
Well, for a while, your favorite album was John Mayer's Say. But that's
It
no
wasn't.
longer.
I think John Mayer's talented, but no, it was never that. So no.
And I must be thinking of someone else.
But also,
then, let's see.
Pedro the Lion's Control is also a great one.
vote for Pedro.
Blue Maiden 28
Yeah.
also just became a member.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus. Thank you guys so
Dude,
much.
awesome.
I appreciate
Welcome
it. I hope
aboard.
you enjoy your emojis. You have access to them. And access to some other cool perks.
Question.
Although Blue Maiden's a Patreon as well,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Can I have emojis?
Kate will get it.
I said the 30th one should have been you.
No, not like an emoji of me. Like I want emojis
I don't think
to
that's-
use when I'm not.
I
on
don't
stream.
I
Become a
don't
member,
know.
girl.
I think you have to become a member. It's $2 a month.
I'll
but
pay
You
for
can do it.
You can put
Is
my
he
code.
is he worth it? Let me ask you.
I'm
that right
not
now.
worth it. Actually, I think it's $2.99. I lied. Also, if mods can't use emojis, can you use an emoji right now?
No.
I don't believe I can.
Okay, so I guess you have to become a member.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think there's a way for me to override that. Well, you can become,
Wait.
$3 a month.
No, they're all locked.
They're all
Let's
locked.
see.
Yeah.
I
locked.
can't use them.
I wasn't sure. Well, sorry. If there was a way for override it, I would. I made you a mod. But...
Flamingo asked, "Does this make me an official member of the family?"
You've
You weren't a
hold
member.
on.
Oh.
You've always
Well,
been an
before
official
that.
member.
What? You were a
Anyone
member,
who's
man.
here, member or
Yeah,
not,
of course.
donator or not,
You're a
always
member, dude. We
Always
love you,
member.
man.
We have to DM him. The,
No, Sam, we're not doing an emoji of me and Kate's fused body. Hell no. We're not doing that.
Sam, if you can conjure that, it will become one.
Yeah. That's fair.
No.
On that note, got that open?
Yeah.
I didn't get to say that, Davis. I did not get to say that.
Say what?
I didn't get to say, Dill, you're not going to bed because
Oh yeah, it hasn't been.
we're done there.
Did you
Dude.
do it though?
Well, everyone, love you all. I don't think I'm ever going to rank the shows. That's another comment that just came
Yes.
in. Don't think I'm ever going to do that. Maybe one day. Love you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in after dark. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing night. Thank you
Thanks, guys.
guys.